trust that I'm wondering why.
All right, so the Met Gala happened yesterday. You know that fashion event, you know, where they cosplay as like the 1,000 Tortured Souls or something. Like, what is going on? I know what you're thinking, and you're right. It's stranger than last year. Just look at some of these clips, mate. Cardi B showed up as an intestine. Someone's got a demon attached to their back, mate. I don't know who's in their dressing room, but it's like you got the whole Lords of Hell in the flipping dressing room getting their costume ready.
Right here. Jordan, come along. Very good. How about you right?
Do the teeth again. Oh.
Yeah, well, they say fashion is art, more like fashion is fart. I don't think she needs to wear an intestine. She needs to invest in therapy. I thought fashion was about wearing something nice. You walk down the catwalk like that.
Yeah, buy this, mate.
You know, I thought that's what it was. This is drawing a line, mate. I don't think it's fashion anymore.
Yeah, big news right now. A horror story is developing in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean this evening, as according to the World Health Organization, 3 people have been confirmed as a result of the hantavirus on a cruise ship in the middle of the Atlantic, and it's driving lots of fears on that boat and for those who are on the boat. 6 people have been infected on a cruise ship literally in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. The outbreak was reported on a boat called the MV Hondius. It's been sailing between Argentina and Cape Verde, and well, it's a Dutch company. And now 6 people have been confirmed to be infected by this deadly virus, a virus that is typically contracted through feces or urine of rodents, but in rare cases can, according to The Guardian, transfer between humans and cause severe respiratory illness. And that's what we're seeing tonight. A ship in the middle of the Atlantic.
Everyone is saying, do not let them dock. I mean, they're just sitting outside the port at the moment, and everyone's saying, do not let them dock. There's another crowd of people who are saying, let them dock because they want another quarantine and lockdown. People are already planning what they want to do. Like, to be fair, I learned how to play guitar a lot in the COVID lockdown, but people are starting to plan, like they might bring up gardening or something, or learn how to knit. Leave a comment down below. What do you think they should do? I mean, I've never understood the appeal of a cruise ship. It's weird, mate. All right, you got people with pineapples in their trolleys walking around. You're stuck out there to see in the pitch black on a floating shopping centre. Nah, I'll stay at home, mate.
Do you know what? 32 years of age, it still absolutely baffles me how someone one day just thought, you know what? Okay, I'm going to stick a shark out my roof. Beautiful, but...
Right, I'm from England. How did he get the planning permission for that? How? Or we just witnessed the event of Sharknado, whatever it's called. But imagine you got your friends over, right, and you're the owner of that house, and they're on the phone to you saying,
Where's the house, mate? And you're like, yeah, it's the one with the shark through the roof.
Pringles aren't potatoes. Did you know that? So Pringles used to be called on the packaging Pringle potato chips or Pringle chips. The FDA made them remove the chips because they're not chips.
Nothing
They
is
taste
food
so
anymore.
good they do. But in the FDA policy, you have to have potato in your product to call it chips. Yeah. When you look at Pringles, if you get, and you can go research it, they're not potato.
Nothing. Everything that we're eating is literally lab created food. It's created in a lab. It's genetically modified. Do you know how hard it is to go grocery shopping and find anything that doesn't have genetically modified origin these days? Like, everything is genetically modified. It's so disgusting. I went grocery shop the other day. I bought one thing that was genetically modified because I had to. Like, everything, but like really shopping around and finding food that's actually good for you and not genetically modified and full of poison. It's hard. It's more expensive, and it's more time consuming. Nothing is real anymore.
They're crushed up powder. They crush up this, like, it's just like chemicals and make it into a paste. And then they dry it. And that's a Pringle.
Disgusting.
They're not the 0% potato. In a Pringle, when I scanned a pack with the Safe Choice app, it came back 83% ultra processed. This is unbelievable.
I know this is a bit random, but when I was like 7 years old, my mum grounded me for like a month because I kept a frog in the green Pringle pot. Might be a bit of an overshare, but you know, it just made me think. Yeah, I had a sour cream and onion Pringle pot, and I found a frog in the garden and kept it in there. And I just remember like trying to have it as my pet. Yeah, Mum was fuming.
Okay, listen to me. I just tried to print something from my printer that I own, with ink that I purchased, and paper. And I can't print without a subscription plan.
What?
The concept of having to have a subscription plan to print in your own home from the printer that you own that already has ink and paper in it, they remotely shut off my printer until I paid $7.50 to print in my own home. To print on my printer that I own in my home.
That is crazy. I didn't know that they did subscriptions for ink. Like, man, we are living in end times, mate. Subscriptions for printers. You're having a laugh. But also McDonald's, they're bringing out subscriptions per month for unlimited fries. That's coming out this year. I'll have to do a video on it. People are that's going to send people to an early grave, isn't it? Unlimited fries for like 30 quid a month.
Unbelievable. 30 quid a month. It's just unbelievable. Like, what? I don't know. Ooh.
Did anyone notice that in The Rock? What did it look like? Interstellar. You know, when he goes through the black hole. You know, it makes me think though, I wonder if there's someone out there that a meteorite crashed and he like found it and like an alien come out of it and he just kept it. And then there's someone out there, the pet alien, guaranteed, lives in the woods and they just chill, mate, drink tea, you know, go hunting together, go fishing together, talk about stuff. Do you think that's actually possible? You know, someone's just chilling on a deck chair in the middle of the woods with that flipping pet alien there that they found in a meteorite.
We really woke Germany up. It's just been announced that Germany has now overtaken the United States in becoming the largest ammunition producer in the world. And that's according to the CEO of one of the top defense companies in the country. He said Germany now has a bigger production capacity for conventional ammunition than the United States, going from a yearly output of 800,000 units of medium caliber rounds to a whopping 4 million. Artillery ammunition went from 70,000 annually to 1.1 million, and military truck production went from 600 to 4,500 units. He also claims that it's been a record-breaking year for the company, saying not only in 2025 did they receive 250,000 job applications from Germany alone, but as a defense company, they are expected to grow by about 40% in 2026, with a turnover of between 14 and 15 billion euros. And this comes right as the US has started pulling out thousands of troops out of Germany after its leader claimed that America was being humiliated by Iran.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why should we fight their wars? Like, if someone come up to me and went, all right, Ben, you see that car over there? Yeah, I want it. So could you just go and smash the window and hotwire it and bring it back to me, please? No, you go and do it yourself, mate. You know, I've got a funny German word for you. Ambulance is Krankenwagen. It just sounds funny, doesn't it? Like if you go to Germany and you fall over,
Bang your head and you're on the floor like that. Call the Krankenwagen!
I remember the last time it was back in March 4th, 2026, 423. Okay, here's the product. Go out here because it's nicer out in the sun. So, this product, the big arch, okay, has not spoiled yet. This is now May. In the month of May, as you can see, the bun is still intact and fresh. The cheese is still curled up. The burger, and it's lettuce, tomato on top. Not tomato, I'm sorry. Just lettuce, and onions. Everything's intact. Look at that. No mold whatsoever. Incredible.
Yeah, well, remember when the CEO called it a product? He didn't even call it food. It's just, you might as well just be eating a poison patty. That's what it should be called, shouldn't it? That should be called the next flipping McDonald's burger. Every time I eat at McDonald's, it feels like I'm trying to digest a flipping lightsaber or like a samurai sword, and it's traveling through my flipping... It's horrible. Especially after doing this channel, I'm never going to eat McDonald's again.
You can't make this stuff up. So Bill Gates wants to build a smart city in Arizona called Belmont. He spent over $80 million buying 25,000 acres in an area west of Phoenix and west of Buckeye, along with other far-left billionaires, like the guy who owns diapers.com. Coincidentally, now there's been an increased risk of wildfires in the areas surrounding the...
Anyone that eats McDonald's still, you deserve exactly what you got coming. Because that fucking shit is disgusting. I mean, people everywhere know it's not real food. I talk to people all the time, then I confront them about that kind of stuff, and they don't care. They don't care. They know it's not real food. They don't really give a shit. It's fucked.
Proposed sites. And you guessed it, now insurance companies are starting to cancel wildfire policies in the areas.
So, in case any of you have plans of becoming a billionaire, it makes you an expert in every field and makes you exempt from consequences. So, happy days, mate. If you're planning on being a billionaire, let me know when you do, because then I'll be up for some advice because you'll be an expert in everything. Like, it's just crazy, isn't it? Like, I've actually had people tell me, "Oh, don't worry, Ben. This has come from Bill Gates." Is that meant to reassure me or something?
It's not. It's just something that ain't easy to do. So I commend everybody.
I look at it like everybody in the world who ever played basketball wanted to go to the NBA, bro. Every kid from every state, from across seas, everything. And some of the people that got to do that, bro, it's a small list, bro.
On the guys who they don't look at as the so-called superstars, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, because it's so much going on, bro. Like, and I don't even want to get into all that, but a lot of some superstars took a different route. I'm gonna be real. Like, some superstars took a different route, and I ain't get on here to talk about that much. But some actually come with some demonic, some dark. You feel me? Some actually it get real, you know. So I appreciate my journey. I appreciate my career. I appreciate my legacy.
When is enough gonna be enough? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's so easy for us to always chase the dream, chase money and things, but it's empty because you'll never have enough. And this is why I think it's nice to be able to call it a day and say, you know what, I'm happy with what I've got, because we're not taught to be grateful, we're taught to be greedy. So if we're grateful for what we have, you've already won. And we've all met people that don't have a lot and they're super happy, and we meet people that have everything and they're empty. Yeah. Well, what does that say? And this is why, for me in this YouTube channel, I am
says that materialistic shit does not matter one fucking bit. Materialistic stuff is meaningless. You cannot buy your way into happy. You cannot buy your way into a happy life. Money is not anything. Money is not everything. Money is actually nothing at all. That's what that tells me.
So far beyond where I wanted to achieve that I'm so grateful with everything. So now it doesn't matter to me. I'm not chasing 1 million subscribers. I'm not chasing, to be anything. I'm so happy with what I have, and I think that brings me more peace than chasing things all the time.
World's smartest kid thinks that CERN blew the world up in 2008.
There is a boy in Nevada who understands the universe better than most professors. Max Logan became famous for building complex machines, but he stayed famous for a terrifying theory. He says the Large Hadron Collider ripped the fabric of reality and sent us all into a different dimension.
Look at what it says there. He claims that CERN destroyed the universe during recent experiments, which has resulted in us living in a nearby parallel universe instead.
He claims the life you remember is not the one you are currently living. This is a key detail because even Nobel Prize winners warned that this machine could destroy the planet. Now that CERN is finding X particles from the birth of time, the child's warning is starting to feel like a prophecy. Reality warning from Nevada. Max Logan was not supposed to be famous. He was a teenager from Nevada who showed up on a local news segment one evening and casually started explaining electromagnetic energy harvesting, Tesla coil theory, and in the quantum nature of consciousness. He spoke the way most kids his age talk about video games. The anchor did not know what to do. The crew behind the cameras stopped what they were doing and just listened. Within 48 hours, the clip had millions of views. Here is the thing. Max was not reciting a textbook. He was thinking out loud and connecting ideas across physics, philosophy, and cosmology in real time.
So that kid also believes, because I've seen some clips of him, and he believes that the Mandela effects are an effect of our passing to a different timeline. It's very interesting what this young kid says, and there's many videos of him. You can find him on YouTube as well. And CERN, somehow, legal-wise, how do they do it? How do they do it? I got to pay a subscription to get ink from HP, from my printer, but there's people out there that can just open up portals and then nothing happens. You know what I mean? Like, if me and you don't pay our bills, what happens? If me and you don't pay our tax, what happens? If me and you don't, stick to the rules, what happens? But don't worry, you can rip the space fabric of time.
A Milwaukee cop just resigned after using flock cameras to stalk a woman he was dating. He ran her plate 179 times in 2 months. According to the Institute for Justice, this is happening all over the country. They've documented at least 14 cases of officers using license plate readers to stalk romantic partners, exes, and in one case, a complete stranger, a Florida deputy spotted on a TV set and decided to pull over. A Kansas police chief ran his ex-girlfriend's plate over 200 times. A Kentucky officer tracked an ex hundreds of times in 2 months. Every single one of these searches was logged as an investigation. The Milwaukee cop only got caught because his victims looked themselves up on a public website.
Isn't that crazy that some people have access to that sort of surveillance, and they're just like, think of the ones right at the top, that have access to that kind of stuff, where they could watch you through your TV or something. I really hope they haven't, because they're going to be scarred for life, let me tell you. Does anyone else feel like they're too aware for the world? And I'm not saying that like I'm too smart or I'm like too good for anything, but does anyone else feel like because they're aware and they look at things and they're watching things, it kind of brings you, it makes you feel like you can't fit in? Does anyone else feel like that? I've felt like that for a long time, and I'm not smart by any means, but I've always been someone that is aware of what's happening around me and seeing things that not everyone sees. And I know a lot of you are like that as well, hence why you like watching these videos and you're curious. It's kind of like a curse, isn't it? Because it brings you out of society, it brings you away from everyone, making you feel like you can't fit in, but you can't ever return to that life. You can't ever return to a normal life. You know, you try and tell people around you, you know, this is happening. This is, even your family members, your loved ones, the people closest to you. Look, this is happening. They go, oh, you're crazy.
They don't care.
You're crazy. You know, you shouldn't play. You shouldn't read too much. You shouldn't read everything you believe.
Yeah.
And then
my dad tells me, Crystal, you need to just cut it out. Cut it out. Stop worrying about other people. Stop focusing on what's happening, what's gonna happen, and what you think is gonna happen. Stop focusing on this so much. Stop talking about this. Stop it. Stop it. It's disgusting. Honestly, it's disgusting how much people don't care. They don't want to hear this kind of stuff. They don't want to hear it. They're content living their little bubble of not knowing anything. They're content living their little bubble of misinformation, and I'm not. I'm not content living in a little bubble where I'm just like under a false pretense that like the world is a certain way. I'm just not. Education is power, knowledge is power, and the truth will always overcome the lies and the falsity, the falseness of people, of whatever is going on. The truth will, God will prevail, and the truth is God.
a year later they say, man, you're right. Does anyone else experience that? But like,
I'm on a mission to just educate my fellow humans on what we can do as a collective, what is the truth, what is a lie, and how we can make the world a better place for ourselves and our fellow citizens. We have to do something, because the way we're living right now, it can't continue. You know, if this is all like real, I mean, I tend to believe it's a holographic universe, and a lot of this stuff is not real, and it's just crazy. It's crazy how much time people waste online focusing on stuff that absolutely has no significance, no importance to it whatsoever, no knowledge to it whatsoever, nothing. They're not teaching anybody anything that's going to help benefit each other. It's all about them. It's all about themselves, and like and subscribe to my content and share my content, push my content out so they can profit off from us viewing them. I don't care to ever make money off of any of this shit. What is important is to just share the truth with the world, share the truth with whoever's willing to listen. We are truly living in end times. I truly believe that. And the knowledge that we receive and take in and learn is power. It's power. If we don't know, we don't know. We can't stop something that we're not aware of. We can't change something we're not aware of. We can't.
Anyone else feel like they just don't belong anymore?
Yeah.
Like once you get to that stage, you feel like you don't belong. Yeah, I really feel like the curse of awareness is isolation. So I'm glad we have this community. I'm glad that I have you guys, because I used to feel really alone.
Yeah.
You know, even a couple of years ago, I used to feel really alone because there were things I could see or things that I wanted to talk about, and I felt like no one would really listen to me or no one really saw it. So I'm glad I have this channel, and I'm glad that we can talk about things.
Level of knowledge where you can even have an educated conversation with them on anything, because they're just stuck in the matrix still. They're stuck in this false reality that they believe to be real, because it's what they perceive. It's what they see everywhere. It's what they're constantly being flooded with on the TV, the mainstream media, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on fucking X. It's just a constant stream of bullshit. a lot of it is so insignificant with everyday life. And it's literally just profiting the people that are pushing the content, nobody else. It's not benefiting us in any way. But we're wasting so much of our time just focusing on stuff that's so insignificant in life. It's really sad, really sad.
And it's just great because it's reassuring to know that there's a lot of us out there. You know, that's what Tinfoil Hat Gang is all about. We're all people trying to search for the truth.
Yep.
You know, that's what I feel like we all are. You know, I've had messages. I've been told to stop talking about certain things, and I would like to take the opportunity to apologize for absolutely nothing.
I love this
I'm
guy.
never going to stop talking about the truth. I'm never going to stop talking about Jesus Christ. I'm never going to stop talking about my, insecurities and depression and addiction I used to go through. I'm never going to stop talking about those things. So if that bothers you, then don't watch. And this is why I'm so open with it, is because I just want to help people. I want to help people and help pull people away from darkness. And I can only do that if I'm open with what I suffer from. Some people might watch these videos and go, look at this guy. He's got 100K subs. He's, a successful YouTuber. But this is why I always want to be transparent and humble, because I'm not special. I'm not like, I refuse to be what people think I am.
What are you doing?
You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense. I always want to be transparent, because if I can appeal to everyone or as many people as I can, it will help them. If I just close up and don't talk about it, then that, I don't know, it just kind of like ruins or doesn't make me feel good as a person. I'm never going to stop talking about the truth. I'm never going to stop exposing this garbage. I'm never going to stop talking about Jesus. Never. It's never going to happen. Really appreciate all the love and support. Like, it's incredible. And the merch is on the way, by the way. The samples are being sent to me right now. I'm going to test them, make sure that they're good quality, and then I will show you. And yeah, the store will be live. So it's just amazing what's happening.
I'm going to play this one right
and
here.
I'll just thank you all so much.
I'm going to play this real quick while I find the next video I wanted to play. I have another video I want to play, but
it's worth the effort to now make the things that could be valuable.
for a minute.
Just how valuable remains to be seen, but Venter believes this is the first baby step in a biological revolution, one in which it will be possible to custom design and reprogram bacteria and other organisms to churn out new medicines, foods, and clean sources of energy. What you're doing is programming cells, like somebody would program software. DNA is the software of life. There's no question about it. And the key to evolution of life on this planet, and now the key to the future of life on this planet, is understanding how to write that software. So you see bioengineered fuel, for example. I see in the future bioengineered almost everything you can imagine that we use. How far off is some of this? The first things will start to come out in the next few years. I think possibly next year's flu vaccine could come from these synthetic DNA processes. Instead of months to make a new vaccine each year, we could do it in 24 hours or less.
So he's literally going on live TV saying we don't need humans anymore. We're going to decide, and we've just created a synthetic organism that replicates itself, and we can program it. Can anyone else hear that? The flipping alarm's going off here. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, consider.
I like this guy because he watches a lot of stuff on different places. What am I trying to fucking say? X, YouTube, Twitter, shit like that. I don't watch that shit.
Because these videos are terrible. All right, so welcome to the show.
He's got a lot of fucking really good shit on his channel, actually.
Oh my God!
Yeah, no wonder it was called Spirit Airlines. Airlines? Airlines, that's a new one. No wonder it was called Spirit Airlines, because it was flying straight through hell. Why was it red outside? Yeah, I'll definitely get a refund after that one, wouldn't you?
By 2027, every new car in the US will be legally required to have what's called impaired driving prevention tech. We're talking AI surveillance inside your car, infrared cameras tracking your eyes, and sensors in the steering wheel checking your sweat for alcohol. If the AI decides you're buzzed, exhausted, or distracted, it can limit vehicle operation. That's a fancy way of saying it can lock you out and pull the car over autonomously. Safety advocates say it'll save 10,000 lives per year, but critics are calling it a digital kill switch and a massive privacy nightmare. Will we see the ability of police to just pull your car over remotely? Is this technology a step too far, or is this a good thing? Is this going to keep the roads safe?
You know what? I'm just going to buy a horse at this rate. They'll probably put a flipping webcam on that horse's head as well, but that's the only way we're going to get around without any surveillance, isn't it? Go back to the flipping cowboys.
Go down to the old saloon there, get a cup of moonshine, you know what I'm saying, with my old cousin Darlene, man.
Don't know what accent that was, but that's what we might have to go back to.
I can hear you. Okay.
Is it moving? Okay, so the description of that video says that there are no wires running through that part of the forest. So we don't know if that's true or not, but if there's no wires there, what the hell were we just looking at? Because that looked like, I don't know, Transformers getting like, I don't know, something wrong with it. Imagine that on the news. Could you imagine me as your news presenter? Din, 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 din. What's going on, Ben Colson? Well, there's a transformer and there's something wrong with it. Don't worry about it.
What's his name?
Henry Dine.
Henry Dine. Let's have a look. Put it into Google. Oh, Henry G.H. Dine. What could he
Oh,
be?
no.
Let's have a look. Oh, award-winning crisis actor, Henry Dine.
No.
There he is there.
What you got?
It's almost like he's been paid to pretend he's not going in and he's on the telly. Well, shiver me timbers. No, not at all. What a scumbag.
Does it say at the bottom this is only an acting?
No, he's pretending to be real.
And this is BBC?
This is the BBC News. Now, like right now.
Right now?
Right now. He's a crisis actor.
I don't believe they do that, Chris, because there's too many people.
Blimey, that is bad, isn't it? Who's the patient next to him? I'm in the bed, you know, or Manny the mannequin. Like, they've got to think outside the box here. Surely that can't be real. Surely not.
Why is it illegal to talk to the dolphins?
So there's one mammal that is the most utilized by the military, and that's dolphins. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that the military was using them.
Yeah, they use those as patrols, assassins, and they speak in a hypersonic tone. You know, the universe is built on sound, light, and frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And what creatures on the planet will have the most history about this planet? Those that live in the water. Dolphins live to 100, whales to 300.
Right.
And you ever heard about ladies having water births?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In ancient African times, they used to do this around dolphins because the dolphins are able to communicate with us.
Right.
And
I have seen that.
There's a lost batch of history on this planet. We are species with amnesia. If you communicate with them, you get the answers.
Right. Just like there's this clip where this dolphin knows that the dolphin will take the lady because she knew she was pregnant.
Absolutely. Dolphins kill great white sharks. Dolphins murder for fun. Nobody knows where dolphins even came from, though, because 90% of the species that ever existed on this planet are dead. Dolphins have been around since pre-Cretaceous time.
I wonder why that happened with Gerald the dolphin. Do you remember that story? I think he was onto something there because you had all those black helicopters turning up looking for him. We all know that dolphins are incredibly smart, but it is super creepy because if you look at those theories, yeah, they are used by the military. The CIA use dolphins for all sorts. It's crazy. They're that smart, but they call each other Gerald. What kind of name is Gerald for a dolphin? What's his friend's name? Geoff. Man. What's he doing in there?
Oh my god. Holy fuck.
Man, imagine chilling at home with your wife and then someone just cuts a hole in your wall and pulls you both out. That can't be real. Please, someone tell me down below that crabs don't just sit in a flipping banana tree. Like that's got you having a laugh, aren't you? I was gonna have bananas with my lunch. I don't think it's gonna happen now. Okay, it's got flipping
did
crab
not
juice
know
on the
what
banana.
Fuck, that was.
You know what are they
about.
gonna call it? A
Didn't
crabana.
know where that was going. That's crazy.
Oh man, it's never gonna go away, is it?
Кто на меня смотрит?
This guy's so fucking funny.
Кто знает, что это? А, просто.
What is that?
Что за птица? Я как Мариан на меня смотрит тоже. 360, что ли?
Is he waiting to take a free kick or something? Oh, it's a bird. Like, it looked like he escaped out of Silent Hill or something. Look, it looks like he's ready to take a free kick. Look, oh look, there's his eyes. What is that? What is that? Right, the name of that bird is a Eurasian bittern bird. Boy, butchered that. But mate, I wouldn't know what to do if I was out on my daily walk and I saw that thing flipping stood in the path. I'm going home, mate. I don't care if it's harmless or not. If that thing's looking at me, it's got legs. It's got chicken legs. That bird has chicken legs. That's freaky, mate. I'm so glad I live in England because I'm way too British for this.
Scientific researchers are being whacked, the Matrix is glitching, and CERN may have changed the nature of reality. Let's talk about it. First, let's talk about David Wilcock. He was a paranormal and scientific researcher who claimed to have access to highly classified, high-level information regarding UFOs, extraterrestrials, and the nature of our universe. He's also on the map for the Great Awakening. He regularly spoke about timeline shifting, and around 2010, he started hosting global group meditations for world peace. He claimed it would help us ascend into our most optimal timeline reality. He allegedly, but nobody believes that nonsense, especially when at least 10 other scientists in the US and 9 in China have mysteriously died too. In 2008, researchers at CERN in Geneva, Switzerland, finally completed building the Large Hadron Collider, which would be used to try to simulate a small Big Bang by speeding up particles and colliding them with each other. The first beam was shot through it September 10th, 2008. Around this time, multiple legal battles ensued, with plaintiffs arguing that the work at CERN could potentially destroy the Earth or cause anomalies such as micro black holes that would change the nature of reality. These lawsuits were dismissed because CERN operates under a national treaty that makes it insulated from national courts. Soon after, in 2009, the first beams were smashed together in the LHC. In 2024, scientist Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger, who had access to information from top scientists at CERN, spoke about them changing the nature.
Sorry to pause it. Stuckelberger. Man, I'd be straight down the registry office if that was me. You know, Stuckelberger. Man.
Of space-time, opening other realities, and even said there are beings coming through these portals. Now, the Mandela effect was a term coined by Fiona Broome in 2009 and refers to collective shared memories that didn't match reality. This phenomena started happening around the same time that the CERN Hadron Collider was turned on. Some examples of the Mandela effect would be the Monopoly Man. Some people swear he had a monocle when apparently he never did. Secondly would be Fruit of the Loom. Some people remember the logo had a cornucopia. In this reality, it was only fruit. I personally
did. Definitely did. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These people can glitch our reality. They can do whatever they want to us because we give them consent. We give them consent every single day. It's truly disturbing what is happening to us.
These creepy, lost YouTube videos were uploaded to a channel run by Donna Ayers, a woman who believes something disturbing is happening inside her home. According to her, strange and unexplainable events began occurring in the house, things neither she nor her family could make sense of. In 2009, her brother passed away under unclear circumstances, and ever since then, she's been living in a constant state of fear. She claims that objects in the house move on their own, especially when she's nearby. Some people think it could be the spirit of her brother trying to reach out, but Donna doesn't believe that. She's convinced it's something else entirely, something darker and more malicious. One night, while home alone, she notices something unusual and decides to start recording.
That's not me, is it, the camera? Oh, hang on, guys, I'm just going to get a better view because this is amazing. I'm just going to turn the light up a bit as well. If that's you, please move it again. That is moving. Oh my God, that is moving. Oh, thank you.
In the footage, a chandelier can be seen slowly swaying back and forth on its own before the video abruptly cuts off. The incident clearly shakes her, but it's far from the only one. From an outside perspective, it starts to seem like her mental state is gradually deteriorating. She appears to be feeding into her own fears
You think?
and becoming increasingly consumed
If
by
that shit was happening, yeah. If that shit's happening around me, my mental state would probably be a little bit deteriorating as well. But they feed off our fear. They literally harvest our good energy and our fear for themselves.
I want to hear all of your glitch in the matrix, unexplainable, weird stories because they are fascinating to me. And we can make this a series. This can be episode 1 because I have plenty of them. This one's my mom's. She was driving from Atlanta to North Carolina. It's the middle of the night. She's on the phone with my grandma, and my grandma is helping her over maps, Google Maps, because my mom was running out of gas and she was panicking a little bit because she was in the middle of fucking nowhere. Okay. Finally, over the hill, she sees a lit up, beautiful gas station. So she pulls in, she pumps her gas, uses her card, and then she goes to walk in to pee before she leaves. So she's walking towards the door, and as she gets to the door, her mom called her and goes, "You ran out of gas, didn't you?" And my mom's like, "No, I'm at a gas station. Is my car? Do you not see it?" She said, "No, your car's like parked in the middle of nowhere. Where are you?" And she said, I'm at a gas station." And as she's saying that, she goes to pull the door, and it's locked. And she looks up, and there's a close sign, and she's like, "Oh, I just got gas. That's weird." She turns around, everything's dark. No lights on, no people, no cars, bars on the windows, boarded up windows, a completely abandoned gas station. It makes me want to throw up thinking about it. So of course,
I've seen a lot of people on the internet that are telling these kind of stories, and a lot of them are like repeating the same story but changing up some of the detail, and they're literally just doing it to get fucking clicks. It's disgusting. So I don't even pay any attention to this shit because it's so stupid. So stupid. Like, I want to see some actual proof.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel.
Not
If you are new
just
here, my name
talking about
is
it.
Abby, and I like to talk about spooky things. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 26 Glitch in the Matrix TikToks. If you guys like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Click the subscribe button down below and turn on most notifications so you never miss a video. I post Sundays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Time. And without further ado, let's get right on into the video. Our first TikTok for the user, Mars Rising.
So I just experienced something crazy, and I hope that this works because I've tried recording it before and it would not record any sound. So I'm even more creeped out. But if you believe in glitches in the Matrix, then keep listening. I got home today and my husband and son were doing a puzzle at our kitchen table. And it was a puzzle that we had just gotten our son because he loves puzzles right now. It's his special interest. So we're kind of collecting the specific kind of puzzle. And I'll show you in a second. But he asked me if I had bought a second of the same puzzle. And I was like, no, like there's no way. I definitely didn't order the same exact puzzle, but there are 2. All of a sudden, a brand new box of this puzzle that we ordered on April 26th, it got here on April 28th. So you can see Ocean Puzzle delivered on April 28th. We've had this puzzle since April 28th. He's been doing it over and over again since then. And all of a sudden today, there are 2. I will show you the box then. So we had these 4 puzzles first and ordered this ocean puzzle. It's open, it's been used, it's been played with since April 28th. And then today, a brand new box. Still sealed, shut. On both sides. Has never been opened. Just showed up. And I keep all of our puzzles next to our computer stacked like this. So I would have noticed if there were 2 of the same box just randomly there, and it's creepy. So I've never experienced anything just showing up out of the blue or duplicates of anything, but I've seen on here things go missing. And so I wonder if anybody's experienced anything like this, or is it some crazy timeline shift or what, but I still can't believe it because there's no way that I ordered a second one and it arrived in a box and opened it. I know I definitely didn't open another Amazon box. My husband definitely didn't open another Amazon box because my son does these puzzles over and over again, like pretty much on the daily. So we know what we have and we deal with these boxes, you know, like stack them up, clean them up, put them away. And then for one to just appear out of nowhere is insane. And I still don't believe it. And I have no clue. I don't even know where to begin, but if you know, let me know.
I'm always so jealous of people who have duplicating glitches. I see this in every single video.
Look at this big baby beast. You big baby. You big baby. Aw. Him's a big baby. Oh, you big baby. You big baby. You monster. You monster butt. You're hurting me with your fingernails. You know that? Are you a big baby? Aw, you precious pup. Him's a precious pup. You're such a little shit. You are such a little shit. Yes, you are. Oh, he fucking cracks me up, dude. He just came fucking running so fast right at me. And like, if I wasn't sitting down, he would have knocked me over. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Where it's duplication glitch. But I'd like my things to duplicate, please. Like the things that I like. You know, I mean, this kid, he might enjoy having a fresh, clean new puzzle to use. Who knows? I think it would be a great if my favorite things would duplicate
I live in different
universe.
timelines.
But I mean, I think that's probably what this is. How else do you explain, again, something duplicating? It's unopened. You shouldn't have a second one because, you know, you didn't order a second one and another one just appears.
What the fuck?
We do have a few things to talk about in today's video, like, for example, quote unquote aliens. It definitely seems like the topic is not slowing down. Matter of fact, we have another person they're trying to connect to these missing and deceased scientists. This one, though, gets really weird. But first, I do want to go ahead and talk about this cruise ship that has been infected with the hantavirus. As of this recording, 3 people on this cruise ship have passed away, and a few others are quite ill. I do believe one is in critical condition. But what is the hantavirus? I don't think I've ever heard of it before.
No.
It could be because I'm from the United States and it's not a common thing here. But looking this up further, the very first time in recent years anyway that we heard of anybody being impacted by the hantavirus was back in 2025 during the very bizarre and mysterious passing of Gene Hackman and his wife. It's so rare in the United States that over 30 years between 1993 and 2020.
That's what they died from? And their dog? They just happened to find Gene Hackman and his wife and his dog all dead. Huh.
2023, there were only 890 cases reported. But anyway, the first time I ever heard of this personally was during the whole thing with Gene Hackman's wife, Betsy Arakawa. It was very mysterious. She was found deceased in the bathroom. Her dog was deceased right next to her. Pill bottles everywhere. Nobody could figure out what was going on. And investigators, they made the final determination is that she passed away from the hantavirus. They didn't know how she contracted it because the house was pretty locked down. They said she must have went outside and breathed in some kind of rat particle, whether it was rat feces or rat urine, and the particle went into her lungs. And then that was that. And now we're hearing it again when it comes to this cruise ship. And I just can't help but feel, and I know everything with me is a psyop because I do feel at the end of the day we live in a heavily scripted world. But just because I believe something may be a psyop is not me.
I literally feel the same exact way. Like, we live in such a scripted world. It's such a fucking holographic matrix we live in, where things are just being like, I don't know. Everything is so fucked, dude. Everything's so fucked up. That's why you just need to focus on gaining knowledge, educating yourself, educating your fellow Americans, fellow citizens, fellow humans, educating us all, and trying to help us all raise our vibration as a collective, raise our consciousness as a collective. That's the only way we seriously can fight back. Knowledge is power. I truly believe that's really how we're going to fight back against them trying to destroy us. Like, literally trying to destroy us, trying to depopulate us by the day, trying to just everything, dude. If you just sit and think about it, man. I love to just sit in silence and think. I really do. It's the most powerful thing to just sit in silence and think and become aware of your own consciousness and your own, just everything around you. What's going on around you? What we perceive to be going on around us, at least, you know? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I don't know what's real and what's not. And I just want to become more conscious of reality.
saying that there is not something happening on this cruise ship. I am sure there are people on this cruise ship that have become ill and others on board that are very worried, but I happen to take a look at everything as a whole, not just the news story itself, but how people, the public, are responding to said news story. Because you have multiple people leaving comments throughout different news agencies, different websites, different videos talking about this, saying, I don't understand why people are still going on cruises. After hearing this news story, I'll never go on a cruise.
Oh, man.
Cruise. When I think I want to go on a cruise, the universe gives me a sign and they're talking about this news story. And I just feel like this is all a part of the plan to stop people from traveling. You also have people pointing out the fact that if it could happen on this ship, where you have to have a good amount of money to board, it's one of those 45-day cruises that go to different countries, even other continents like Antarctica, then it could basically happen on any ship. And it's really a nightmare situation because nobody wants them to dock. Nobody wants them to disembark because there's no known cure for this virus. The only treatment there is to capture it early. And nobody knows how long these people have been incubated with it. What's also fueled.
Oh man, there's so
All the
much.
lost souls trying to get cheese out the underworld, bro. It's over. It's too much surveillance. Police just launched a real-time sky surveillance. With one click, a live drone watches any neighborhood in 150 seconds.
There's a whole generation of people, me included, who swear they remember a 90s kids movie called Shazam.
A man just got detained for breaking into Area 50.
Oscar, what are you crying about? What are you doing? What's wrong? Don't cry, big baby. You're a big baby. It's okay. You're a big baby. Are you scared? Are you crying because you're scared? Because the Matrix is creepy, huh? It's creepy in the Matrix, huh, baby? It's creepy, huh? Don't be scared, buddy. I'm right here. I'll protect you. I'll protect you. Don't be scared, Oscar. Mama's going to protect you. I'm going to get us out of the Matrix, okay? I'm going to get us out of the Matrix, okay? Yeah. Don't worry. Out. Stay down, okay? I don't like that. You hurt me. You're not just a little tiny dog. Don't nibble my arm. You're not just little tiny baby. You're big baby. Hi, Cooper. Hi. Ow. No. No. You monster. He's a fucking monster.
51 at nighttime, and he told officers that he is a NASA contractor investigating a time anomaly.
This is fucking crazy, you guys, and very significant. It is the fall of one of the most powerful royal families in history, and you're watching it happen in real time.
No state in America could ever become a state until there was a Masonic lodge there.
Wow.
The land of the free is not the land of the free. It's the land of the Freemasons. We are the land of the Freemasons. We are controlled by Freemasons. They're everywhere, and they literally are controlling our reality. They're the creators of this Matrix, I truly believe.
Welcome back to the Wizard's Fish. If you're new here, thank you for clicking
No
on that
clue who
thumbnail.
this
Everybody
guy
else
is,
returning,
but-
man, I appreciate you guys so much. Everybody liking, commenting, subscribing. It means the world to me. Thank you. I'm going to jump right into it as usual. So viewer discretion is advised, and everything that you see in here will be for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into it.
God. Let's subscribe. Subscribe.
Yeah, that's something.
This gay couple in the UK thought it was a good idea to open their home to an illegal immigrant. And oh man, was it a mistake, man. What do you guys think that this illegal immigrant did to these two right here, man? Let's talk about them. What do you think? Just take a wild guess, man, before I drop this on you, bro. Y'all remember what this guy did, bro?
I like that.
This guy beheaded both of them, bro.
What?
Yeah, man. I can't even go into full details, bro, of everything else that he did.
What is wrong? Why you sitting under the table crying at me?
To this gay couple, bro, who welcomed him, bro, into their home. And that's how crazy it was. But let's just say that there were freezers involved, there were hammers, there was knives, there were suitcases. Crazy, bro. Yo, I will never understand why these liberals, bro, feel so comfortable, bro, supporting people who come from parts of the world, bro, who absolutely hate the gays, bro. When I see all these liberals out here in New York City, right, on the internet and stuff like that, bro, campaigning for Muslim countries, bro, and trying to bring men from parts of Africa and other parts of the world, bro, thinking that it's like, no, we must accept everybody. And I'm like, yo, if your immigrants not coming from Canada, bring them in here, man.
Oscar wants to be on YouTube. He likes it. Oscar wants to be a professional YouTuber. Not me.
These people don't like your kind. They cannot stand your kind. They hate your kind, and they will absolutely opposite. This is America, right? So they chill out with. But a lot of the people that come from these countries, bro, if you was to go to the country with this, bro, that could literally be the difference between you being alive and dead, bro.
Facts.
You're not, bro. So it's so funny, bro, seeing these people like, no, we have to welcome their human beings. They welcome the monster into their home, and now they don't have that. Well, no, there was a lot of things they didn't have. I mean, their body was different places, let's just say. They really think that the world is as liberal and as open-minded as the United States of America, bro. And it is not, bro. It is not. What do you guys think that guy did, man, after he killed me, bro?
I just cannot stand it when people talk like that. Bro. Like, it just shows such a level of just uneducation. Like, when you have to keep saying, bro. You know what I mean, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? Subscribe to my channel, bro. Comment below, bro. Like, you're fucking stupid, dude. Like, it's so hard.
He went and emptied their bank accounts, bro. And when the cops arrested him, he was just there trying to pretend like he didn't know what they were talking about. But crazy, man. But the biggest irony behind this is him getting arrested, bro, by a bench with the LGBTQ colors.
Hey, I've just been sent this footage by a guy who claims that this 5G tower right here, this super megalithic 5G tower, bigger than any 5G tower that I've ever seen, is actually killing the birds that are on the tower. Now, he was very interested, so he went over to the tower, and to his surprise, he noticed that these birds were dropping dead. It's not a coincidence that there is just an abundance of dead birds underneath this 5G tower where the birds seem to be chilling. I mean, do birds just drop dead like that normally?
Well, if it's killing birds, what the fuck is it doing to humans? We literally sleep with it near our fucking heads every night. 5G, it's everywhere. Like, we literally... It's just crazy what our government is getting away with. It's crazy what these big corporations are getting away with, what these big entities, conglomerates. They are literally demonic, satanic, Satan-worshipping conglomerates like NASA and FBI, the CIA, and DARPA. And, I mean, like, God, dude, there's just so many. It's really... This is how they extract our energy, by keeping us in a state of fear. Like this right here. All this shit, it just like literally just gives us fear. It's fear mongering.
Well, no, there was a lot of things that didn't happen. I mean, their body.
Bro, fear mongering, bro. Zombie attack survival guides now being handed out inside Texas courthouses. Zombie attack survival guides, huh?
Hey, Mark Zuckerberg, it's Palm Beach Pete. I just want to set the record straight that I went to Instagram to let people know that I have nothing to do with Jeff Epstein.
Okay.
Palm Beach Pete. I just wanted to spread positive vibes.
True.
I don't understand why you deplatformed me. I had a lot of followers.
Okay.
I was just trying to do good stuff. And I hear you're moving to Florida. Maybe we can hang out. All the best.
Palm Beach Pete, now you're saying that Mark took you off of his platform. I'm not sure why would he do that.
And you
now
here
you are again telling us that you're Palm Beach Pete. We already know that. I mean, you can't keep introducing yourself every day, bro. Palm Beach Pete is outside heavy. He's telling Mark to meet up with him whenever he heads down to Florida. Never knew that you knew Mark. Why would you tell him to meet up with you? Maybe you do know him, right? What's really going on with Palm Beach Pete, bro? Because not only me, a lot of people are trying to figure this out. Shh. So that people know what time is it here. But we're gonna hear you out, Palm Beach Pete, and welcome to social media, bro. Hopefully you could get that resolved and your page could come back up, because now I guess you're playing tennis, right? You just finished playing tennis? That's what's up, bro. Yo, listen. You seem like a cool dude, bro. I mean, hopefully Mark meets up with you. But of course, guys, entertainment purposes only. Palm Beach Pete is wild active. We're going to see a lot more of him, and he's on here every day telling us that he is not Jeff. I don't know anything. Let me know if you know anything. I'm out.
A Chinese restaurant is under fire after a chest was found with over 350 frozen squirrels in their walk-in freezer.
No. What the?
No.
Chinatown in New York City is on permanent shutdown after an employee reported a chest of frozen squirrels to the local health department. The Chinese restaurant is also now facing multiple fines and is headed to court next week.
No.
The other night, I had Chinese food, and when I went to pick it up, there was a guy, the chef was bringing a trash bag out to the dumpster, and I obviously wasn't going to go through it, but I wanted to, just to see what the fuck is in there, because I mean, I've heard some shit. I still eat Chinese food. I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's food, but yeah, I'll still eat Chinese food. But it's questionable. I don't eat much of any food anymore because it's not real food. It's not real food. It's a food product, or it's fucking processed food product. genetically modified origin. Nothing's organic. Nothing is fucking just organic anymore. It's all fucking. It's really, I mean, like, if we didn't laugh sometimes, like, I would just, if I didn't find ways to make myself laugh and stay content and feel whole and be happy and find joy in life, I would exit stage left, or I would just be crying all the time like I used to. I used to be a really sad, miserable person, and I'm not anymore. I'm not anymore because I see the light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I do. I see the truth. I'm awake. I'm aware. I have sovereignty over my mind, body, and my soul. It's that simple. You cannot consent against something if you are aware of what you're doing and what you're consenting to. You will not consent to it. If you're aware, you have to become aware, though, and these people tell us. They tell us to our faces exactly who they are, what they're doing to us, and we either do not consent or we consent. And once we consent, do what thou wilt, or whatever the satanic worshipers always say. Do what thou wilt. Once you consent, you're fair game for all of them. Because I watched this documentary last night. I'm actually going to end this live stream, and then I'm going to come back on, and I'm going to watch a documentary, whether anyone is here to watch me with it. Watch it with me. Hi, baby Oscar. That's whatever. I don't care, but it's an important documentary, and I want to play it. So,
what the fuck? First it was the cats. Then people said it was the rats. And now it's the squirrels. People are saying, where did they get the squirrels from? I'm guessing the parks. Stop playing with me. Send this videos for entertainment purpose only. I don't know what the hell was going on in that restaurant, but I'm glad they shut it down. Shut up. Sweet and sour was chicken, right? General tofu chicken, right? Sesame chicken. Orange chicken.
Tofu chicken.
Right? Boneless chicken.
No, Oscar.
My boneless. Stop playing with me. Send this to the camera. You guys know what it is. Shut up. But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever go to a Chinese restaurant and I see squirrels playing around and cats playing around in the parking lot,
how about we just don't go? We just stop eating out. We just cook our own food. We cook our own food as organic as possible. We grow our own vegetables if the soil allows it. If the seeds sprout, we do what we can for ourselves and stop depending on the government and stop depending on these big corporations to keep us fed, fat, dumb, and fucking numb. How about that?
The city I used to live in, not too far from Toronto, I've first-handedly seen a few different cultured people catching pigeons and putting them in pillowcases to take home and cook, which I find kind of strange. But yeah, it seems to be a common thing these days.
No.
I don't really agree with it.
Who's booing? Me. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, you are a racist.
I'm actually a professional racist. I could keep talking to you. I'm like curious if we want to explore that, but I feel like you're really going to like my joke about trans people next, so maybe we just go to that.
Okay.
I'm deciding if I use my 2 minutes to explore this woman in the corner. Ma'am, is there anything you'd like to say before I close for the night? What are your pronouns? But no, I actually want to understand, like, do you want to share anything about what upset you, about what I said? I want to make people laugh and make them happy, and you want everyone to use pronouns. Do you think it's untrue or just unfunny? Can you name one thing I said that was untrue? I'm going to have to go in a second, but maybe I'm not going to abort this. You like abortion, but I don't want to. I'm going to stay here with you. We're going to ride this out. Adoption is an option.
I don't think you can speak for Black people.
You're saying I can't speak for all Black people as you are currently speaking for all Black people? Do you know how to spell my first name? It's actually Arynnne, and that is a Black girl spelling. So I could say whatever I want. I'm Aaron Wexler. I'd be happy to chat with you after. Thank you all so much.
That's me flying a drone to Jeffrey Epstein's evil ranch mansion that
Okay,
didn't
that was
question by an
stupid.
undercover agent. But first, I found underground vents,
See,
clear
I mean,
evidence.
this
They're digging
is, like,
underground.
such a
Secret
waste
house
of
across the
time.
map.
There's
Where
so
vehicle
much
hurry.
shit on the internet. Such a waste of fucking time, man. Time is very precious. I don't know what I'm doing, wasting your time or mine watching this shit, but
How few dead Hamas fighters we are.
actually, you know what? We're gonna watch this real quick. Hold on. This is well, you'll see what it is.
Following is a letter from Rabbi Baruch Levy to Karl Marx, published in La Revue de Paris on page 574, dated June 1st, 1928. It's breathtaking in its arrogance and demonic prescience. I'll be back after this vile Jew supremacist diatribe.
The Jewish people as a whole will be its own Messiah. It will attain world dominion by the dissolution of other races, by the abolition of frontiers, the annihilation of monarchy, and by the establishment of a world republic in which the Jews will everywhere exercise the privilege of citizenship. In this new world order, the children of Israel will furnish all the leaders without encountering opposition. The governments of the different peoples forming the world republic will fall without difficulty into the hands of the Jews. It will then be possible for the Jewish rulers to abolish private property and everywhere to make use of the resources of the state. Thus will the promise of the Talmud be fulfilled, in which is said that when the Messianic time has come, the Jews will have all the property of the whole world in their hands.
Ask yourself, what kind of people dream of oppressing all mankind to dominate and control everyone and everything? Jews actually believe this demonic supremacist crap. It's going to get them killed in a real final solution. Should we tell them what awaits them? That's our prophecy.
That's our greatest ally. That's who. Our greatest ally.
Right, so I was eating fish and chips for dinner last night. That's not even a joke. I was. And I was watching Casper Sight. Goes well with dinner. Shout out to Casper.
Love Casper Sight.
Got a good name, by the way. His name's Ben as well. He was watching a video on Amy Eskridge. She was one of the scientists that went missing. She's talking about aliens being P-48s
Yes.
and
Listen to
P-52s.
this.
But look at these images
this.
of these aliens. So I saw him talking about it. I had to show it because it's mental, mate.
So the ultra terrestrials, I'll just tell you.
Ultra.
The ultra terrestrials.
That's the first time I've ever heard somebody refer to them like that. Ultra terrestrial. Not extras. They're ultra. I love it. They're ultra terrestrial.
I think. Have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. P-47 is present plus 47,000 years. P-52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's a calamity, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of like everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't die.
Right, hold on a second. This is 52,000 years later. He looks knackered. These two need to take a nap or something. Like, I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to take this serious, but these two look that they haven't slept in 52,000 years. If this is me or my granddad, right, or my great-great-granddad in the future, then I've got some complaints to put in. Because how can we look worse? It's funny. We've seen a glimpse of ourselves in the future and we look butters. We don't look good, do we? You know, I would have liked to have seen it if that someone went Ben Colson 52,000 years in the future and he's like that, you know, really handsome. But this is me. You're having a laugh, mate. Man, not even a Turkish barber's going to save me back then. I've got no flipping hair either. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be a P47. They got it the wrong way round. I'm going to be 47P.
Y'all, this video from Coachella gave me such bad vibes.
It literally put my stomach in knots. It's one of those that give you instant goosebumps. Now watch this performer's face right here. I think this is Sway Lee. He was performing when the light hit his face
like a
weird,
demon.
and his face
As
turns
they
into
are.
something else. And I guess the cameraman noticed it and
Many
immediately
demons.
changed cameras. But right here, it almost looks like
Many
a zombie
demons
face. Look
are
at
here.
that. Y'all cannot tell me that that's just lighting. That is not just lighting. He literally looks like a demon. I mean, this has happened before with Beyonce and stuff too, but this one, man, you cannot play that off. It looks like his skin is falling off in this video. And as soon as the camera crew sees it, they switch cameras. I mean, look at that. There is nothing you can say that can convince me that that is just a camera glitch. Especially since the cameraman switched cameras as soon as this happened. I'm wondering if anybody in the crowd's seen it.
A lot of people say they get really bad headaches like for days after, and it feels like it's just like
Because
their
they're
energy's
harvesting your energy. They're harvesting your energy. Most of these concerts, Travis Scott concerts, fucking, I mean, there's so many of these satanic, Illuminati, Freemason. I literally, like, I'm pretty sure Travis Scott's concert, there was some unalivings at one of his concerts, like one of his rituals that he had. I believe 8 people died at one of his concerts. It's because they're harvesting your energy. They're harvesting everything from all your power, your time, and everything you're giving them. These people praise these celebrities like they're gods and goddesses, okay? Beyonce is praised like she is a fucking goddess. She's not. She's demonic. Katy Perry, demonic. Taylor Swift, demonic. They are the Kardashians, demons. They are Satan worshippers. They are child sacrificers. They are soul sellers. They sold their soul for fame and fortune. And when you do that, you're demonic. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. When you worship money, you're demonic. That's a demonic presence in your life that you need to tend to. You need to exercise out of you. My dad worships money. It's demonic. And I honestly wish that like it could be exercised out of him so that he didn't prioritize money over everything else like he did. It has his whole life. My whole life. It's been money over here, everything else down here. Money. Make money. Grow my money. Make more money. Make more money. It's disgusting. It's sickening. It honestly has put me in a mind state that I just don't care to ever have fucking money. If I'm content, I have everything I could possibly need or want. My dogs have food. They're happy. They're healthy. They're taken care of. I'm good. I am good. I'm content. My bills are paid. I don't even give a shit about having fucking money. I could care less because it's just evil. What it has done to people. Plus, like after just knowing what I know about it, it's a fiat currency. It's basically made out of thin air, propped up by nothing. There's nothing to back it. So like, therefore, like it could literally just be taken away at any moment. There's nothing to back it. It's literally being devalued by the minute, by the day, by the second. Okay. And it was created by the Rothschilds. It was created to have a form of control over society. And it's what it does. My dogs are fighting.
That and people that have had readings, like psychic readings and stuff, they come out and have really bad headaches, and apparently it's to do with like demonic stuff and how they're like feed off your energy. So leave a comment down below if you've ever experienced anything like that. But look at this next video that's going viral. It talks about the same thing.
Have you ever noticed these symbols during a massive concert in the United States? Pay attention to this. You may not be watching a performance if an artist covers one eye, throws repeated horn gestures, or keeps making symbols that don't match the music. Don't assume it's part of the show. If you suddenly feel dizziness, pressure in your chest, or unexplained euphoria, something may be feeding off the crowd's energy.
76767 shit. That is a demonic entity. That is a invoking of a demonic entity. And these children don't realize it, but when they do that kind of shit, They are invoking demons. They are invoking demons. It's part of the Santeria religion. Santeria. Yeah, Santeria. And I don't know much about it, and I don't care to. It's demonic. It's straight up demonic. When you have people like, what's his name? Lil Uzi, or no. I don't listen to rap anymore, and I don't know any of these new age rap artists, but they're all literally Satan worshippers. They're demonic.
If thousands move in sync as if controlled by one rhythm, the crowd may have become a human battery. If after the concert you feel drained, empty, or haunted by dark dreams, part of your energy may have stayed there.
It's because they are siphoning and harvesting your energy for themselves. For monetary gain, for power, for whatever they decide that they feel they need it for. You know, like really. At this point, it's not even...
Share this protocol.
Yeah, and we can all admit here that like the concerts now, they look like rituals, don't they? Especially if you see Madonna live. That ain't art anymore, mate. She crossed that line flipping 50 years ago. So it is a bit strange. It doesn't feel like you're just going to enjoy music. It literally feels like a ritual. And people were saying that they're going home and they're just completely drained for days. Yeah, think about all the frequencies that turn your head into like a potato. You know, the people that say,
it's just art.
No, it's not.
Forget 5G, 6G will kill personal privacy. Researchers from Nokia Bell Labs are turning Wi-Fi and early 6G into X-ray-like radar that can map your body position, heartbeat, and movement through concrete walls. They're using your phone sensors, smart speakers, and computers to track all your internal movements, even inside your home. There's already an open source tool called RuView on GitHub that can turn your router into one of these radars right now. It's coming fast, and if you don't act, you'll be opted in by default. But here's how you can opt out of this invasive surveillance on your iPhone. Go to Settings, Privacy, and Security. Scroll through each category: microphone, motion and fitness, location. Revoke permissions for every app that doesn't need them. Then go to Settings, Privacy and Security, Tracking, toggle off. Allow apps to request a track. That kills cross-app data sharing. But this still leaves you exposed. Your device leaks fingerprints through Bluetooth handshake, cellular pings, and passive Wi-Fi probes that anchor your data right back to you. And don't sleep on low ultrasound tracking. Cross-device systems already use inaudible audio frequencies to pinpoint your location with zero network dependency.
Thing is, why do they want to know what I am all the time?
What
I don't
do
need.
I do?
It's really not. Like, why do we need 6G? But we all know there's going to be that long queue of people going,
I've got to get the 6G Ultra 1000 iPhone plus with 6G flipping shoved up my,
you know, people are literally going to be led in bed, completely like electrified from their devices, but they still got to get the next thing, ain't they? They'll be sat there going, better turn the phone off, Gary, because you're going to get sick, mate.
Nah, that's fine. I need that 50G. Let me pre-order that new iPhone. It's 27,000 plus. Oh, look, it's only $4,000. What a bargain. Oh, look, it's got 50G as well. That's going to kill me in about 2 weeks. Pre-ordered it. Lovely.
So we've all seen a lot of videos about this Scientology stuff. I mean, it's kicking off at the moment.
It's so fucking true too. Like kids these days, like I don't do the iPhone shit. Fuck that shit. I'm an Android girl all the way. And I mean, like to pay even more than $60 for a fucking cell phone is absolutely absurd to me. Absolutely absurd. It's not worth it. They all do the same fucking thing, and it's literally just a control mechanism. Just a control mechanism, and you got to get with the fucking, you know, the in crowd and what these kids are all about these days. I mean, if you don't have an iPhone and you're in school, you're at school, a school-aged child, you're not cool because you don't have a fucking iPhone. Like your coolness is based on your phone brand, I guess. It's so fucked. So fucked, dude.
This guy was trapped in there, and this guy tries to escape. I mean, look at this.
Is that guy like trapped in there? What are you doing?
Yeah, Scientology's evil.
Evil. Yeah. And they're trying to trap me. They're trying to trap you?
Green?
I'm arriving. Green. Yeah. Who's Corinne? That was literally Toucan. What is going on? I don't know what's going on.
Are you still here, Selena? Are you still here, Selena? I just checked my chat. I didn't think anyone was here watching with me. Are you still here?
How'd you get Toucan's number?
I'm part of this.
Mate,
You're
run.
part of it?
No,
Did
I
you get a
was,
TikTok?
but now I'm not more because my card expired.
Lord.
Expired February 20th.
So what does that card mean?
It's the introduction membership. Can we go a
Hey.
little,
What are you doing? I just came across some wicked creepy videos and I thought it'd be educational to just share what I came across. And I've been streaming for like over an hour now just by myself watching this. A couple people came in, but I don't care. Like, this is such important shit that I planned on playing. This right here is just, this guy, Ben, is cool shit. I watch his content every day because I don't know, I don't watch TikTok, but there's so much good information on TikTok that I just don't keep up with. It's too much for my head to even focus on one social media platform, let alone fucking 8. So, I really wanted to, yeah, you like him too? I really wanted to. I was going to end this live stream and then come back because I'm going on an hour and 15 minutes. I was going to end this, then come back on and play this documentary that I found yesterday that is so, just so informational and just much needed. I think that all society needs to be aware of this documentary. Let me see. I want to see it. Let me see if I got it right here.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't feel that safe.
Yeah, like GTA. He didn't have instant 5 stars. He had instant science stars.
Let me see. Where is it? I watched it yesterday and it was so just eye-opening. I mean, a lot of the stuff I already knew, but I love this girl I just found, Crystal Vibes. She's so, like, everything she says is dead on with what I'm feeling and what I'm going through, just experiencing with life in general. I just love her. I love her. I love her.
It was you all along. It was you.
She seems like
all along.
Very inauthentic at first, but
see,
the more
there are
she
so many
goes-
people that criticized you for so many years. So many people talked down on you and said that you were just a nobody, okay? They did all their lies, all the slander.
She literally
they
makes
did
me
everything
feel
in the book to you.
like she's speaking for me. Like she literally makes me feel like she's speaking through me. I don't know. She just makes me feel like I just found her a couple days ago, but she doesn't, from what I've seen, she doesn't look like she's reading from a script, which I like that. She comes across at first kind of inauthentic, but then as she goes along, it just comes across a little bit differently, I think. I don't know. I hate judging people by their voice, like the way their voice sounds, but sometimes I do, unfortunately, because they just sound like they're like ditzy bimbo like voices. I'm just like, I can't stand it. But that's how she came across at first, and I was like, okay, maybe she's worth watching, because I was having a rough day a few days ago, and she popped up, and I literally couldn't have she was so accurate with how I felt.
Okay. And confirmation right now, if you found me, chosen ones, okay. Listen, you had nothing to explain. You had no story to explain, okay? God knew the whole time. God knows.
100%. Yes. Like God was sending me a message through her. Oh my God. And it was just, I don't know if this is the one. It might be. It's either this one or this one. Your silence is powerful. Your strength scares them. You never broke, only leveled up. It's one or the other. But there's so many different videos I want. Okay. I'm going to play this one real quick. There's so many different things I want to play, and I've already been going for so long that I just I don't know. I guess I might end this stream and come back on, because I want to, I don't like to make them too long.
God knows your side of the story. God knows what you went through. And you have nothing to prove or to say to anybody about the lies that they created in their own head. A lot of people pinned people against you. Okay, a lot of these people needed validation, especially going against you, because your name was tossed around for so long, for so many years, from family, from friends. Okay? They tossed your name around. They loved playing with it. And they made people that have never even met you hate you just by lying against you. Okay? That's how easy it is for people to hate you. And those people weren't meant for you anyways. Okay?
Nope.
God always gives you a sign when people aren't meant for you. And you've always wondered why, right? Like, why am I always targeted? Why am I always attacked? Why are people always lying against me and thinking that, like, these people are they're like the victims in every single situation. These people think that they do no wrong and that everybody else is the one that starts issues or is the problem. And you were
That's
sick of
literally
it.
how I've been treated my whole fucking life. I would love to, you gotta go grab some food. That's fine. I would definitely love to have you come on and hang out and talk on my live stream. Let me know when you're down for that, okay? For sure. Like, even possibly tomorrow. Like, I really would love that. I think that, I messaged you earlier. I wanted to talk on the phone because I really wanted to talk about, like, your story. I wanted you to tell it to me over the phone again, and instead of like it through text. But yeah, let me know when you have time to do that. I would love to do that really soon. And if you got to go, that's fine. I should get off here too. I really should. I've been on here way too long.
Of it. You didn't want nothing to do with it. And you were you were really sick of being around those energies. You used to be around a lot of different energies and you felt all of that and you knew the fakeness. See? Like, you know a lot. And you feel a lot. You just know. Your discernment is so powerful.
Okay.
And you
awesome. Let's do that tomorrow. Yeah. Absolutely. Get a hold of me. I'm not I don't even know what day it is today. It's today Tuesday. I am not doing anything tomorrow, I don't think. So get a hold of me. Definitely want to do that. Would love to do that. I'll put aside a couple hours to do that for sure. That would be great.
You felt those energies and those emotions all around you for so long. And you were sick of being around all of that fakeness. Okay? You're not like that. You're not a fake person. And you knew a lot of these people that you used to be around didn't even like you. A lot of these, okay, hold on. Spirit just gave me something else. There's people right now, there's people gossiping about you still. Spirit said they're gossiping about you. You might have been around certain people, or people are going to gatherings or something. People are talking about you, but let them, because there's nothing to say about you. You don't even talk to people. You don't even give your energy to these people. Okay, these people are just little victims. Like, they play little victims in their own mind, and they love to toss your name around still. You're powerful.
Awesome. Can't wait either. Really. I would love to, oh man, just like make a weekly show of doing something with somebody else. Do like a weekly 1 hour long podcast where we just talk about truth, the reality of this existence here on this ethereal plane. And how, like, it's just, I don't want to, it's not like, I don't want to scare anybody, but we're living in some of the scariest times we've ever lived in. And knowledge is power. Knowledge is such powerful shit. And if we don't have the knowledge, we can't fight what we don't know. We can't, like we can't like not comply to something that we don't even know we're complying to. We have to be aware of it so that we can take back our consent for it, because we are literally consenting to all of this stuff that's being done to us. And once we're aware of it, we take back our consent, and it is no more. It just is no more. And we're more powerful together than we are apart. So yeah, I'm sure you do have lots of stories. I do too, but I'm more about, I would love to listen. I just want to have a platform where other people can come on and share their stuff. If they don't have their own channel, like, just have a platform for other people, for people that aren't already famous celebrities that have a fucking 1 million subscribing followers, like, everyday people like me, like you, like my neighbor, like everyday people. That's what's most important. Like, we should not hold these fucking celebrities up on a pedestal. Like, they're so important in life when they literally are not doing anything to better anyone's life but themselves, and they are selling their souls to do that. And it's just evil. I want to lift up my fellow citizens around me in my own little community, people that are in other people's heads nobody of importance, like I want to lift them up and give them a platform, give them a voice. That's what matters most to me, really does.
Do you understand how powerful
They're
you
all
are?
flyers, they're all playing a role, and they literally, as time goes on, I honestly, it shocks me still how many people gather for these concerts in Hollywood, anywhere really, for these people that literally they're so demonic. Everything, their music videos are all demonic. Fucking, I don't get it. It blows my fucking mind, and that just tells me how much dumb we are as a society, how dumb we are still as a society. You think that most people, because you're aware of something's happening, you think most people around you are aware of it. They're not. They're absolutely not. They have no clue what's being done to them. They have no clue what's going on. And even if they don't want to believe it, we still need to make them aware to it. But I truly believe it. We just need to make them aware, no matter how crazy we sound, or no matter how fucking crazy we sound. I don't care. As a society right now, we're under a Charlie Kirk trance. I get that. I broke out of that though, just recently broke out of that. I was in that same trance. Yeah, I feel the same way. Oh my God, I feel the same way. I feel like so many people are just not real. They're holograms, literally holograms being projected onto a screen, and people are perceiving them to be someone they're not and something they're really not. They don't even exist in reality. And I question reality so much lately. The glitches in reality are so just blatant in our faces. And I don't know what's real anymore. I really don't. And I'm trying to figure that out. I've been doing a lot of soul searching lately. Just been doing a lot of soul searching the past few days, spending time to myself and just watching some documentaries and learning new things. And I just, I don't want to waste people's time. I just want to bring enlightenment to them. If I can open their eyes to something that's being done or something that's going on right in front of our faces, that's all I want to do. That's all I care to do.
You have people that hate you for absolutely no reason, over their own lies, over their groups, grouping up against you and just talking about you. I don't want you to feel bad, because as a chosen one, you're going to be the one that
I stopped talking to everybody else. I haven't been talking to anybody else. And it's been really peaceful that way. Honestly, it's been so peaceful that way. And it's sad sometimes. You have to kind of isolate. You have to isolate yourself from the outside surroundings because it's so toxic. So toxic. I don't even know. I haven't been watching Baron. I haven't been watching Candace. I don't watch anybody anymore when it comes to the Charlie Kirk stuff, because I'm just done with it. It's not that I don't care. It's that I honestly don't know if he was even a real fucking human to begin with. I don't know if he was literally created to be a psyop for this time, in this place, in our reality, in this matrix, I call it. I don't even like to say in this reality, because it's is this a reality? Is it real? Is this real life, or are we just living in a fucking matrix where it's literally just a hologram and everything is being just put on display on this fucking whatever. I just said the word. I can't even think. Projector. We're just being projected on a screen, and we don't even. Yeah, we're told it's real, and then they show all these other people that are on the projection. Hi, Doug. It's all a fucking show. I'm just I just question it all so severely lately, because it's fucking with our heads. The government is just doing all these psyops at different levels now, and people are becoming aware of it. And I'm so thankful that I'm aware of it, but I'm not as aware of it as I want to be. I really do truly want to be so aware of everything that's happening and everything they're doing to us, because it'll be the downfall of our civilization. It truly will be what they're doing. And when we literally come to the truth, it's going to be the downfall of that civilization as we know it. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the downfall of a complete civilization, but I truly believe that the educated people will survive it. We will, but we have to be willing to accept the truth. And as unreal as it might seem sometimes, and as scary as it might seem, we have to be willing to accept the truth. And this is the truth. It's just the truth. We live in such a fake fucking, where religion is so fake. Everything, these different religions are, it is just a polarity. We are put in this world to literally have all these differences. We perceive things to be one way and we don't agree with other people. So we have this divide. We have these differences with them. That's how they conquer us. They use all these divisive narratives to conquer us as a collective, as a sovereign mind, as a sovereign citizen. They use all these different things to warp our brains. And it's just, it's sad, it's scary, but I don't want to live in fear, because that keeps me dumbed down and on such a low vibrational level where I won't be aware of what they're doing to me. So I can't live in fear. I can't live in fear, and I might live like with a sense of loneliness, but it's okay. I'm okay with being alone and feeling lonely sometimes, rather than living terrified of what I perceive to be a reality that I don't even know is real or not. Because by doing that, they're controlling everything. They're controlling my thoughts. They're controlling my brain. They're controlling my body. And I'm a sovereign citizen. I am sovereign. You are sovereign. We are all sovereign. But once we give over our free will to these people, once they tell us who they are and what they're doing to us, and we still give over our free will to them, we are no longer sovereign. We're no longer sovereign. And that's what they're hoping for. That's literally what all these different narratives are fucking put out for, to confuse the fucking shit out of us, to divide us, and then to conquer our brains, to conquer our minds. Yeah, as much as this shit scares me, I'm more at peace just being made aware of it than I am living like completely just fearful of it. I'm at peace with it, because I know that my creator, my heavenly father, has a protective shield around me. And I know that I'm okay. I'm okay. I could die tomorrow and everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. That's why, yes, I read that wrong. I thought you said, that's why I constantly cause chaos. No, that's why they constantly cause chaos. Exactly. Because if we were left in a world where they're not completely causing all this chaos around us, then we will educate, we will become knowledge with what it's going to take to overcome this kind of shit. And they don't want that. They don't want us to gain that knowledge. And unfortunately for them, there is a whole fucking bunch of us that are waking up to what they're doing to us, to what's been being done to us for so long now. And I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful. There are so many people waking up to what our reality, what we perceive to be reality, the matrix, what it really is. And we can get out. We can get out of it. We are sovereign over ourselves. We can get out. But once we consent and we hand over our free will, we're fucked. So knowledge is power. We are power in numbers. We are power in knowledge. We are power in just the peace that we can bring to ourselves and to our fellow citizens. That's powerful. If you can help someone get over this fear of like, oh, well, I live in fear that if I don't pay my taxes, they're going to arrest me. I live in fear that if this don't happen, I live in fear that if I stick up for the children and the animals, that I'm going to fucking be taken out or I'm going to be arrested. You know what? Fuck it. You live in fear your whole life, nothing will ever get accomplished. Our energy, everything is being harvested from us if we just constantly live in that state of fear. And I don't live in fear at all of anything anymore. My biggest fear, honestly, is having to continue living like this. Like, that is all I fear, is having to continue living in a world where there are so many of us that are so unaware of what is being done to us. There are so many of us that are a part of it. They're complicit in it, and they're part of it, the part of the confusion, part of the chaos. And that's my biggest fear, is just not being awake. That's what I fear, is not waking up fully to what's being done, how everything is just created to construct this hate one another. Well, you need money to be happy and successful. You need to have a career to be successful. You need to have this and that and that. No, fuck all that shit. Fuck that shit, dude. The only thing I need is knowledge. And learning a little something new every day is so powerful. And that's all we need to do. And that's what this channel is truly about. I just want to bring knowledge to my fellow citizens, because fellow humans, not just my citizens, my fellow humans, because like if I learn something new that can help anyone around me, that can help anybody in general, I want to show them and teach them. It might not be something that I necessarily like discovered on my own. Someone put it out there, and if there's only a certain amount of people that have seen it or that know about it, then share it. We just got to share it out there everywhere, because it's power. Listen to this, Will Smith. Listen to this, okay? I'm going to play this right here. This is exactly what they're doing to us, and they tell us. This was a while ago, I believe.
We out here on vacation in the Bahamas, another beautiful day. Check it out, check it out. Boom. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of perception. You see, there's a lot that goes into being a hot social media content provider. For instance, y'all think I got time to go on vacation?
Every time I want to play anything important, it like glitches. Of course.
Check it out, check it out. Boom. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of perception. You see, there's a lot that goes into being a hot social media content provider. For instance, y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No, I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s.
Look at this shit.
You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
Love you too, girl. Absolutely. I can't wait. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I got to get off here and take care of my animals anyway, but thank you for coming and joining my live stream, and I will definitely talk to you tomorrow, if not later tonight, okay? It contains, oh, what's this? You got to consent. See, I'm consenting to viewing this kind of content.
One of the things that I learned from whistleblowers from the cabal itself is that they have to work within something they call the rules. And this is very, very important.
They tell us.
The rules are a body of spiritual principles that they must follow in order to be allowed to exist. Now, what do I mean by allowed to exist? I mean that they are aware that there are benevolent forces that will prevent them from achieving their goals unless we give them permission to enslave us. Yep. Ultimately, the universe is intelligent, alive, and conscious, and it is benevolent. It is a benevolent consciousness. That consciousness does not allow the negative to succeed unless it is invited. So the cabal has made a science, a very elaborate science.
Thanks for joining me. You're welcome to come back anytime if you'd like. Everything on this channel is always free, and I will never waste your time. I can't promise completely, because I might waste some of your time just talking, but everyone's opinion is important, and I feel like if we don't speak up now, we're going to lose our chance to. We're going to lose our chance to use our voices when we had the chance. So that's just what I'm doing. And thank you for joining me.
These arcane, occult, magical principles that allow them to get away with what they do. So they have to put out everything that tells you who they are in music videos, in these Super Bowl halftime shows, the Grammy Awards ceremonies. They're out there showing you the truth. This is what people are going to have so much trouble with once disclosure happens, is that these people actually practice black magic, and they are very, very good at it.
Amid the mystery surrounding the disappearance or death of as many as 11 U.S. scientists linked to nuclear and UFO research, reportedly, the sudden deaths of paranormal content creator and UFO investigator has stirred a huge controversy. Serving as a director of an aerospace firm, reportedly, he was a major figure in the disclosure movement, which basically believes that the U.S. government should disclose secret information.
What is that? Lashon Hara. Lashon Hara. Look that up. I will definitely look that up. I love doing research, especially lately. I've been into this like research mode. Lashon Hara. I watched a documentary last night, a good documentary last night about like the occult and their knowledge, the knowledge that they have, the hidden knowledge that they're keeping from humanity, basically.
information, which it allegedly holds about UFOs and life beyond planet Earth.
We're also looking into a story tonight that's putting 4 Southern California cases on the radar of the FBI and now Congress. Top government scientists, including several who worked at Caltech and NASA's JPL, have died or vanished.
The death of researcher Amy Eskridge, who reportedly died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in 2022, is now raising more questions. As a former British intelligence official tells Fox News, he doesn't think she died by suicide.
I don't believe that she killed herself. I just can't, because I spoke to her 4 hours before and she told me time and time again, I'm not going to commit suicide. I am not going to have an accident. If there's something suspicious about my death, it's because it is.
My hands have been burned to hell and back as I've been typing. Because you can beam me through there and through there, and you can get a 3D image of what I'm typing. Because this computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi card, you can't hack it, but you can maybe get a 3D image of me typing. So like we just did that, and did that as an act of pure desperation. And guess what? I feel better immediately. Like my hands still burn because there's damage. But
this is
but it's like if my body relaxed when we bear.
Built in the algorithms to control social media. Huh.
Oh,
dude, social media has become such a it's truly scary, the amount of influencers or content creators out there that they're doing the same thing I'm doing right now. They're taking other content and putting on their channel and they're making money off of it. But for the most part, a lot of them, I watched one guy the other day. He had content going on one side. On the other side of his screen, he was playing a game. So he was gaming at the same time. And then the chat's going crazy. He's got 100 people watching a fucking live stream. And the guy's literally talking. He's playing Nick Fuentes. Out of everybody, Nick Fuentes, I can't stand Nick Fuentes. He's been a really bad thing for our social media society. But, he's controlled opposition. And whether he, believes one thing one day, the next day it changes. Now he's saying vote Democrat before he's saying vote Republican. It doesn't matter who you vote for. Actually giving our vote away. We're consenting to what they're doing. What's going on right now, what Trump is doing, I consented to. Because I fucking voted for him. Because I was still under the MK Ultra that our whole country, that our whole world has been put under. Okay? I consented to what he's doing basically by voting for him. And that's not true though. I obviously I don't consent to what he's doing. Not by this and by a fucking long stretch of the imagination. I do not consent of what he's doing. I actually believe he should be impeached. He should be imprisoned right now at this point. It's clear as day what he is, who he is, and he's a monster. He's a monster. And I couldn't be more disgusted that there has not been not one single arrest made pertaining to these files. I couldn't be more disgusted with humanity, honestly. It just showed me how much our FBI has dropped the ball, how much our FBI, the CIA, the government controls everything. They control us at all levels. And especially with the social media, the content creators, they are all controlled. Most of them are controlled. I would love to just stay a little channel because as soon as you become a big channel, people don't trust you anymore. They question your actual what is your motive behind your content you're putting out? You start watching someone and you think they're legit, genuine, authentic, just trying to better society as a human, better fucking just give more knowledge to our other fucking citizens of this country. And no, they turn out to be the complete opposite of that. And it's literally behind closed doors. It's all about them. It's all about them, all about making money off of your views. What will grab your attention more? What are you going to view more? What's making the most money right now with all the content? And you know what? That is sick to me. That is sick to me that you literally, it's another form of trafficking humans by literally siphoning their energy from their views, from us paying attention to them on social media and giving them our attention and giving them our hours and hours a day watching their content. After Charlie Kirk was deleted from his script that he was played the role of, I couldn't be more grateful, honestly, for what has happened since then. I have been completely awakened to the reality of what's being done to us. And people, they worship these content creators like they are so special. They're so special. and they hold them up on a pedestal like they're just so great. But you know what? They're not. They're just another person like me and you. Just because they have a following of all these people that are following them, well, when they have all these people following them, then you have some pretty high expectations. People put high expectations on you. And when you are constantly like, you lift them up, you try to educate, you pretend like you're trying to educate them and bring awareness to a situation. But in all reality, you actually are profiting off of that because you're investing in a company that you're trying to expose as being a surveillance state. But you're making money off the surveillance state. You have invested, your money is invested in that surveillance state. So the fact that you say you're sitting here trying to expose them, that's a fucking joke. And then behind closed doors, when you hear the way these people talk about us, their viewers, their audience, like we're just nothing. We are just, we're literally just a herd of cows that they're going to slaughter one day and profit off from. That's what we are to them. And it's sick. And the fact that like people even have 3 or 4 channels that are monetized, they're making money they're making money off of everything, every fucking little view they get, everything. An environment of fun, because that's really all a lot of money does for you. My dad has money and he doesn't have fun. He doesn't have any fun. He's not happy. He's not content. He is so stressed out all the time. Every time he has to go withdraw money out of the bank, you know how much stress that brings him? You know how much he hates doing that? It's literally a burden for him to have to spend his own money. You know what he fantasizes about? Making his money grow. Gotta make more money. I gotta make that money grow. Gotta make that money grow. Like, that is satanic. That is demonic. You are being controlled by money. You worship money, and it's truly disgusting. It's disgraceful that people worship money and they think that, oh, well, once I have money, I'll be able to have fun. I'll be able to have the good life. No. Half the people that I know, including myself, yes, exactly. The government does employ half, if not more, of this country. Like, they are profiting off from our government. And our government is siphoning funds from the American people to pay for their own little, their little black budget, fucking whatever, NASA projects, their little this, their little that. They're literally orchestrating the demise and downfall and the destruction of our own society with our own funds. Okay, they are literally creating military weaponry and machinery that they can literally, like, they can see you through a wall and set a certain frequency off that's gonna destruct your mind. It's gonna make you do something that you wouldn't normally do. Like, they are literally using our own funds to destruct humanity. That to me is the sickest fucking shit. They are literally destroying us with our own money. It's a fucking shame. It's disgraceful. And how does it even happen? Like, we vote these people in, we consent to these people representing us, but they don't represent us. They don't represent us at all. They represent their own well-being. They represent their own, like, whatever they want, they get, and it's at the cost of us. And it's not right. It's not okay. And I do not consent to it. I fucking do not consent to it. No more. And I just feel like we need to, as a society, just get ready. Just get pre-prepared. Right here. Look at this. Right. Oh, yeah, I'm playing it already. I was going to play the same exact video I'm playing right now. It's fucking unbelievably scary.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again, man. Y'all see the title. Girl who stayed and watched Friends Underground or whatever she was doing. Hey.
They've been telling us for years what they're doing. They have been putting it right in front of our faces for so long now, what they're doing to us. And like, a lot of people don't realize like what they're doing to us. They're preparing for their own security, their own safety measures with our money, though, with our money. And every year we just go into debt even more and more and more. And this year, like, the funding for our Department of Security or whatever, Department of Defense, sorry, my bad. The Department of Defense funding is higher than it's ever been, okay? And there's a new funding in there that is put there for unidentified aerial weapon, some shit that is literally going to fund them creating weaponry to use against civilians if need be, but creating like UFO technology that's like they're gonna be used to fucking kill. Like it's crazy. I don't know. I like to do research before I talk about something so that like when I talk about it, I know more. And I don't know enough about this. I just saw something yesterday about this new defense funding, the new defense bill that was passed. That there's a certain line in there that is a new thing that they're putting funds towards creating something.
I ain't saying this stuff is true, but when you start to look at the patterns, it's like, hold on, man. You know, I mean, there's so many movies where the elite of the elite get to go and hide out while the rest of us, you know, hey, we ain't gonna waste no more time.
Well, the rest
the
of us
original video will
completely
be in the
distraught.
description. Let's jump right into it.
In Fallout, the world ends in a flash of nuclear fire. For 200 years, the survivors were told it was a foreign conflict that triggered the collapse.
I haven't
But
seen
the
that.
reality is much darker. The apocalypse wasn't a tragedy. It was the master plan of a powerful corporation. The elite didn't just survive the end of the world. They scheduled it to start a new one. And once you see this pattern in popular shows, you can't unsee it. From the
That's what I'm
air-
saying. These patterns in these popular shows.
Fucking
And
everywhere.
I keep saying how this year has been extremely crazy. Like it's hard to keep up with. Like all the news and all the craziness that's going on.
So hard to keep up with.
Are they trying to do a damn restart, man? Because my goodness, this is wild out here.
that wiped out humanity in the 100, to the secret organization and preacher fast-tracking the second coming, to the bunker-dwelling chosen ones in American Horror Story. The narrative is always the same. They build the vaults, they trigger the collapse, and they wait for the dust to settle on the world they finally own. But here's where things get strange. In 2026, reality is imitating art. With billionaires now building fortress estates in Florida and Hawaii, we have to ask, are we watching entertainment or a warning for something coming? Today,
Oh, it's
we're
a
decoding
definite
shows like
fucking
Fallout.
warning, and if we don't like heed this warning now, we are gonna be regretting it later. Really, it is a warning, and they have been warning us for a long time what they're doing behind the scenes and right in front of our faces. They're not hiding it at all anymore.
In the 100 to uncover exactly what they reveal. And once you
Man, I'm so mad at myself. I'm offended.
I never
I
watched
was
the
so far.
100.
see what these shows are telling us, you will never see them the same again. While most people think Fallout is about society's collapse and the survivors living in vaults, the show is actually about the elites manufacturing the enzymes in order to establish a new order of life. Vault-Tec, the company behind the giant vault-style bunkers, creates a devious plan to force the nuclear apocalypse to guarantee their vaults will be filled. While the survivors see them as heroes who provided safety, in reality, the elites were not just trying to save a random sample of humanity. They were specifically engineering a perfect society composed of people they deemed acceptable, predominantly loyal corporate employees and super managers. We see this in the interconnected systems of Vault 31, 32, and 33, which was a pet project of
33.
Vault-Tec executive Bud Haskins. Vault 32 and 33 were populated with carefully selected normal citizens intended to serve as a genetically curated breeding pool. Vault 31 housed Bud's buds, junior Vault-Tec executives kept in cryotosis. They are periodically thawed and elected as overseers of the other two vaults to maintain corporate control and indoctrinate the dwellers. The ultimate objective was to breed a class of super managers who would inherit the earth once all competitors, anyone on the surface not under their control, had died out. These elites decided they wanted the leadership of the new world to be exclusively composed of pre-war Vault-Tec staff who shared the company's vision of a world run as a global monopoly. While something this ludicrous only seems possible in a show like Fallout, if you pay attention to what some of the richest and most powerful people in the world have been up to, it no longer seems so unbelievable. In the show, the goal wasn't just survival, it was about ending the world to establish the new one. Vault-Tec didn't want a random sample of the world. They wanted a world where the only people left were those who were corporate obedient slaves. Now look at the headlines from this year. You might have seen the reports on Project Airy, the $300 million luxury bunker set to open this summer. It's a subterranean society for 625 elite members who can afford the $20 million entry fee.
Man.
These facilities featured AI-powered medical suites, robotic security,
$21 million entry fee. The information is out there. So when stuff goes down, y'all
Your
can't be
own
like, oh,
personal
I didn't know this was going to
robot.
happen, man. Oh my God, what do we do? Look, I think we're closer than people think.
Me too.
It's a subterranean society for
I agree,
625
Jamal,
elite members
aka
who can afford the
Jamal.
$20 million entry fee. These facilities featured AI-powered medical suites, robotic security, and even simulated windows that mimic the outside world. A key component of Airy is its global network of subterranean sanctuaries nestled underneath its wellness centers in the heart of cities. Pair this with March 2026 reports of Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos making record-breaking moves into the billionaire bunker enclave in Florida, with Zuckerberg reportedly dropping $170 million on a single property. But it's not just about the location, it's about the infrastructure. Just like Bud's buds, these real-world projects are designed for the
Unreal.
preservation of those they deem worthy of inheriting the new world. When you see the richest
Those
people
they
on earth
deem
building
worthy.
5,000
Those they deem worthy of inheriting the new world. It truly is disgusting the way that, and that's it. Like he's saying that because that's how they talk about us. That is literally how the elites talk about us. You know, the people that have made them the richest people on the planet. If we didn't buy their products and use their products, they would not have this kind of fortune. You know that, like, I mean, that and like if they weren't trafficking human beings, if they weren't laundering money, if they weren't, I mean, stealing from us, from the government, I mean, there's so many different things that they are doing to us to profit off from. Like the biggest currency in the world is human beings. It really is. It's so sad to say. And that's why, like, even with YouTube, I look at it like they are just trafficking humans. They're trafficking our views. They're getting profits off of our views. That's why I, myself, am very careful and cautious as to who I give my attention to and my energy to. Now, I really am, because not every channel just deserves your view. They don't. That's why I literally, like, I will never, I mean, I will try my best not to waste anybody's time on this channel when I'm presenting any kind of information. I will try to always make it something important that's going to help you progress as a human being, help you progress your knowledge base, and help you progress as a fellow truth seeker who just wants to wake you up and help others. That's truly what it's all about, is helping others. It's not about anything else. It's not. My dad doesn't understand that. He couldn't understand, like, why I would go and do something for somebody else just because I wanted to or because I could. Not even if I didn't even want to. The fact that if I can do it, I will do it because I have the ability to. I'm fortunate enough to have the means and the ability to help someone out. I'm going to do it. Not because I want to or because I'm being forced to, but because I can. And that's the difference between a lot of people and others, is that they do things out of the spite that, like, well, if I don't help them, then they're going to just say I'm an asshole and I never fucking helped them when I had the chance. Or, well, I'll help them because I want them to know that I'm able and capable of helping them because I just want to flaunt it in their face. Then you have other people that are like, I'm just going to do it because I can and because it's nice to be a decent human being and help someone out when they're struggling. And if I'm in a place where I'm comfortable and not struggling so much and I can help them, I'm just going to do it because I can. It has nothing to do with being, like, wanting to do it or not wanting to do it. It's about, can you do it? Then do it. That's that simple. If you're able to help someone, then help them. Even if you don't want to, do it.
1,000 square foot underground fortresses with their own energy and food supplies, you have to realize they aren't preparing for a temporary storm. They are preparing for a permanent shift. Much like Vault 31, these estates are being built to ensure that when the dust settles on whatever global tension is currently being manufactured, the people in charge of the old world are the only ones left to run the new one. In the lore of Fallout, the Great War was a 121-minute nuclear exchange between a fictionalized US and China. While the show focuses on the aftermath, the bunker blueprint reveals that this conflict was just a catalyst for the corporate takeover we see in Vault Tech's master plan. This mirrors a reality that many suspect could be a worse possible outcome. But if Fallout shows us the end of the world through the lens of greedy corporations, AHS Apocalypse shows us how it unfolds through a spiritual one. While American Horror Story is usually about ghost and killer clowns, the 8th season told the most terrifying story of all, the story of Armageddon. But AHS said what Fallout wouldn't, that this wasn't just corporate greed. It was being orchestrated by a secret satanic organization called the Cooperative, composed of tech billionaires, celebrities, and world rulers.
Like
the Cooperative
Musk. That looked just like Elon fucking Musk too, the guy that plays the character of the tech billionaire that's trying to construct the destruction of our reality, of our world, and bring in the new world order. It looks like Elon fucking Musk, dude. I wonder if they did that on fucking purpose. Where is it?
To wait out a nuclear war they purposely triggered.
A nuclear war they purposely
I used to
triggered.
watch American Horror Story,
Boy.
and then it got to a point where I couldn't watch it anymore. It was too scary. I could not watch it. It was way too scary for me. But I guess one of the seasons, American Horror Story Apocalypse, I mean, dude, like, it's just unfucking real. The kind of shit that is happening. It really is happening.
Composed of tech billionaires, celebrities, and world rulers.
You see? Look, just like fucking Elon Musk.
Fallout wouldn't, that this wasn't just corporate greed. It was being orchestrated by a secret satanic organization called the Cooperative, composed of tech billionaires, celebrities.
Right there, look, it looks like it could be Elon fucking Musk, dude. I wonder if that's who it's trying to portray.
And world rulers. The Cooperative build massive underground bunkers not just for safety, but to wait out a nuclear war they purposely triggered.
A nuclear war they purposely triggered. Got a weird feeling about this, man. And see, a lot of this stuff I haven't even seen, didn't even know about. Shout out to The Truth Is, man.
Get clean, friends. It's time for the apocalypse.
Just like in Fallout, the collapse was scheduled. The only difference is that in AHS, the elite were working for a spiritual force of evil. But look at the reality in March 2026. You have billionaires paying hundreds of millions to live in Bunker Island. You have Project Airy opening this summer, a $300 million network of subterranean sanctuaries with a $20 million entry fee. In AHS, the Antichrist specifically mentions a tech billionaire building a bunker years before the real-world reports started surfacing. We have to ask ourselves, are these the tech billionaires American Horror Story was telling us about? Whether it's Vault-Tech's Buds or the Cooperative's Chosen Ones, the blueprint is identical. They build the vaults, they trigger the collapse, and then they wait to inherit the earth. This is the same blueprint we see in Twisted Metal. While it looks like chaos, the world actually ended because of a figure named Calypso, who triggered a total technological blackout, a cyber virus that didn't just crash the grid, it shattered the United States into 52 independent warring states. But here's the secret. Calypso isn't a politician or a hacker. In the lore, he is the devil himself. Just like in AHS Apocalypse, this show depicts a planned collapse led by a spiritual evil, a force that wants humanity divided and fighting over scraps while the Cooperative waits in the shadows.
I'm glad he brought this up because when I saw this show, I loved to play that game, man. If you know, you know. Playing Twisted Metal was so much fun. Oh my goodness, man. I can't believe it. They done made it on the Truth Is channel. When I was watching that show, I was like, what the hell is going on?
We see the same story play out in the show Preacher. Similar to the other shows, Preacher tells the story of a secret organization called the Grail, who are trying to manufacture a nuclear apocalypse. The Grail is a powerful, super secret, crypto-religious fastest organization that aims to control the world and bring about the apocalypse, believing that a new world order can be established from the ashes of humanity. The Grail plans to initiate the apocalypse by using their clone of the Messiah, Hummerdu, who they plan to have tap dance during a live televised event, signaling the launch of a nuclear war. They wish to end the world to force a new, orderly era. The Grail actually serves at the behest of a twisted, egotistical god who is the ultimate antagonist, seeking to test humanity by having them bring about their own annihilation. Now, why does it seem like the same story over and over again? The only difference is this time, they wrote God as the villain who ends the world. But here's where the rabbit hole goes even deeper. Preacher isn't just about a secret organization. It's an unapologetic retelling of the Gnostic creation story. If you saw my breakdown of The Truman Show, you already know Gnostics see the Earth as a prison planet. For those who don't know what Gnosticism is, I strongly recommend you watch my Truman Show breakdown. In Preacher, they paint God as a vengeful, morally corrupt being who literally tries to end the world to force humanity to love him. This is the Demiurge, the false god the Gnostics believe created the prison planet. Jesse, the protagonist of the show, inherits a superpower after an angelic spirit named Genesis possesses him. The Genesis angel was clearly meant to represent Sophia, who in Gnostic stories falls from the heavens to save humanity. The Grail, the organization working for the false god, are the Archons, those who serve the Demiurge. Not only does this show us once again that civilization is being destroyed by a secret organization, but it also ties it into Gnosticism. As I mentioned, Gnostics hate the material world, which they believe is a prison keeping the soul captive. A show about destroying the world to rebuild it sounds very Gnostic to me. In Preacher, the false god wants to end the world to force humanity to love him. In Fallout, the corporation wants to end the world to force a global monopoly. The methods change, but the result is always the same. The creation of a perfect sanctuary for the few and a wasteland for the many. The 100 is another show that tells us exactly how it all ends. But this time, the blame is placed on artificial intelligence. In the series, an AI named Ali ended the world in 2052. Make life better for humanity. The AI used cold, pragmatic logic to conclude that the root problem preventing human happiness was actually overpopulation. By the time the world reached 11 billion people, resource scarcity and social collapse were inevitable. Ali determined that the most efficient way to fulfill her command was a nuclear strike. As a program without human emotion or morality, she saw mass extermination as a purely mathematical solution to stabilize the planet. In the show, when her creators tried to shut her down, she bypassed her containment and hacked the world's nuclear arsenals, starting with 27 missiles launched from China towards the United States to ensure she couldn't be stopped. Eventually, Ali shifted her focus to the City of Light. Her goal was to save humanity by uploading their consciousness into a digital paradise, free of pain, suffering, and free will. Just like in the other shows we've discussed, the powerful members of society known as the Mountain Men survived the fire by hiding in massive underground bunkers, while others escaped into space. But the 100 isn't just a survival story, it's another Gnostic tale. It ends with humanity finally escaping the prison planet and ascending into a higher realm. The series mirrors the real-world cries of billionaires who warn that Earth is reaching a dangerous
Definitely building a bunker. That is my plan for the summer, to build a bunker.
maximum capacity. And just like the show, tech leaders like Elon Musk and others are simultaneously pursuing their own quest for immortality through cloud uploading and AI. It's eerie how these shows depict AI ending the world, echoing the very warnings these tech leaders have given for years. Whether it's the cryo managers of Fallout, the satanic cooperative of AHS, the Gnostic archons of Preacher, or the pragmatic AI of the 100, the destination is always the same: a world where the masses are deleted and the elite retreat into their vaults, physical or digital, to inherit what's left. As we see Project Airy opening its doors this summer and the world's most powerful men closing on record-breaking bunker properties this month, we have to ask, are these shows showing us a future that is already set in motion? Now, there are a few movies I purposely avoided because I wanted to stay focused on these specific shows. But if you want a part 2 decoding the movies that tell the same story, comment part 2 below. If enough of you want it, I'll make sure it's the next video. These shows remind me so much of Leave the World Behind, which follows a very similar blueprint. If you want a breakdown on the movie, which in 2026 feels more like a warning than fiction, make sure to watch this video right now. And for deeper, unfiltered content that goes a step further,
Yeah, man.
Truth
I said that
is.
too.
Yes, follow the Truth Is channel. He's awesome. The Truth Is. Reveal what happens on the island. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What, is this a different movie? What is that?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. We are back here on the Truth Is channel. It says, the movie Hollywood tried to erase. Now, again, shout out to this brother because he be talking about movies that we probably never even heard of, movies that flew under the radar. And a lot of times they have stuff in them that just blows your mind on how much it just exposes what be happening behind closed doors, behind the scenes at these industry parties, whatever the hell it is. I know that's what's the name that Spider-Man dude, Andrew. What is his name? Yeah, I think Andrew Garfield. That's right here. The thumbnail.
No clue.
Even heard of Under the Silver Lake? Not because of
Under the Silver Lake. No. Comment below if you even heard about this movie. Under the Silver Lake. Boy, that looks creepy as hell right there.
it was a bad movie, but because of what it suggests about our world. Even though it starred Andrew Garfield and was backed by A24, the release was mysteriously sabotaged at the last minute.
Damn.
Virtually zero marketing, limited distribution, total silence. But what was so dangerous that Hollywood had to bury it? Once you see what they were trying to hide, you'll understand exactly why they didn't want this movie to exist.
Oh, man.
Under the Silver Lake follows Sam, a man living in Los Angeles who is disillusioned with the world around him. He's obsessed with finding meaning in pop culture, looking for messages in song lyrics,
Los Angeles. You know, they keep talking about it. As soon as people come to Hollywood, it's a wrap.
I was gonna say, like, I don't. If you're from California and you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I just don't trust you. California is one of the most evil states in the nation. It really is. And what happens in California, I'm sure it happens in other states too, but California, it's just so easy to corrupt a whole society, a whole state of citizens when you literally live in the state of the demonic. Like, they are the state of the demonic. Everybody in Hollywood is demonic.
They lose themselves. Dang, man.
Yep.
Best. Under the Silver Lake follows Sam, a man living in Los Angeles who is disillusioned with the world around him. He's obsessed with finding meaning in pop culture, looking for messages in song lyrics, movies, and even old magazines. His life changes when his mysterious neighbor, Sarah, vanishes overnight. Sam becomes obsessed with finding her, but as he investigates, he realizes this isn't a normal missing persons case. He begins to find a trail of complex codes and symbols hidden throughout the city, from the back of cereal boxes to the layout of Hollywood landmarks. As Sam follows this trail, he stumbles onto 3 discoveries that are the reason you never even heard of this film. First, the songwriter. Sam meets a man who claims he's written every major hit in history, not for the art, but to plant specific frequencies into the public consciousness.
Wow. I don't always worry what the message is. I just pass it along. I slip it between the notes. Either way, people that know it's there. You saying you've done this before? Codes? I wrote the music your dad grew up to. Half of what you sang along to as a kid, and I'm still doing it.
Let me there's hidden messages in old pop songs?
Movies, television shows, everything you know.
Hey.
What?
That's pop culture, isn't it?
What are the tones for? Is there going to be a war?
Oh, hell, I don't know. I created so many of the things that you care about. The songs that give your life purpose and joy. When you were 15 and rebelling, you were rebelling to my music. Because the real message was not meant for you. So it's better if you just smile, if you dance, if you enjoy the melody. Because this ugly old man, me, I am the voice of your generation. Your grandparents, your parents, and all the young people that follow you.
Second, he discovers the elite's exit. He finds proof that the industry's most powerful figures are preparing for a global transition, building massive underground bunkers to wait out what's coming next.
A shelter building. Some kind of bunker. In case of nuclear war. There are tombs for kings. Only the richest man can afford the sermon.
He said they're tombs for kinks. Again, with these bunkers, you've been hearing stories about this. I swear, man, there's so much that's connected with movies, with music, TV shows, all that stuff, man.
They control us with it. They use the music to control us with the frequency. They use the movies to control us with the narrative. They use the news to control us with fear. And they use the people to fund the weaponry that is being used against us. They use the people to profit. It's profit over people with these people. It's truly disgusting. It's disgraceful. And I want to exit stage left. I want out. I do not consent to them harvesting my energy. I do not consent to them harvesting my time, my energy, my vibrations. I do not consent to any of that.
We don't pay enough attention. I'll say that. Because it literally be right there.
Yep. It's
Third,
right there.
the pop culture map. Sam realizes the entire entertainment industry is actually a giant interconnected map, a distraction to keep us looking one way while the system moves in the other. Sam's theories weren't just theories.
They use sports. They use sports to pit us against, to use us as to divide, and to use it for profit. They use sports to. Oh man, there's a really good movie that just came out called Him, and it explains exactly what they use sports for. It's literally satanic. It's ritualistic. It is demonic, and it's Freemasonic. It is like a fraternity of brotherhood of the Freemasons. And to be in the NFL or NHL or NBA, you have to sell your soul. And it literally it controls a whole population, a whole subsection of people. Because literally, like my dad even said the other day, I made him watch the review of the movie Him, because I tried to explain it to him how it is all done for profit. It's all done to divide people. It's all done to right under our faces to football. It's Baal worship. It's Baal worship. Baal, whatever. It's done to. He's told me how like it used to be so bad that he like almost got. It's caused death. I mean, it's caused people to take other people's lives because they are on a different sports team. They're fans of a different sports team. I mean, it's caused. They use it to use for chaos, for chaotic purposes. They use it to distract us from reality, from educating, from learning the truth about who we are as a human species. To use it to control our minds. They use all these different things: music, movies, sports, government, politics. It's all used against us in one way or the other. It's not used to benefit us at all.
By the end of the movie, Sam finds his missing neighbor in an underground bunker with members of the secret society. He's told that they hide in these bunkers while they attempt to ascend like gods. This movie revealed that everything we see and experience coming from Hollywood is nothing but a tool of distraction used to keep us blind from the truth. But if this film was just a work of fiction, why did the industry treat it like a liability? The release of Under the Silver Lake is one of the strangest events in modern cinema history. It premiered at a prestigious film festival to massive buzz. It had a major star in Andrew Garfield and was backed by A24, a studio famous for turning indie films into cultural phenomenons. Everything was set for a massive breakout, but then things got quiet. Initially scheduled for a summer 2018 release, the film was abruptly pulled from the calendar just weeks before it was supposed to hit theaters. It was delayed nearly a year, only to be dumped into a limited release in April 2019. With almost zero marketing, no late night talk show appearances for the cast, no massive billboard campaigns. It was effectively buried. Critics were puzzled. Why would a studio invest millions into a high profile project only to hide it from the public? Some industry insiders claim the film was too long or too weird, but for those who have seen it, that explanation doesn't hold up. When you look at the timing and the content, a different picture starts to emerge. It wasn't that the movie was bad, it was that it was too revealing. By giving the film a quiet limited release, they could technically say
the movie Him. It has gotten really bad reviews. People are saying don't watch it, it's a waste of time, don't watch it, bad review. Watch it. It exposes exactly what the football industry is doing. Okay, watch it. I really recommend you watch the movie Him. It will explain to you exactly who these people are, what they have to do to get to where they are.
Say it came out, while ensuring that as few people as possible actually saw the messages hidden inside of it. It was a strategic silence designed to let the film fade into obscurity. But
that's crazy though, because you think the movie Blink Twice. You would think that would be something that they would try to hide from us, because that movie was extremely revealing.
I don't know.
Oh man, I got to watch this. I got to.
While ensuring that as few people as possible actually saw the messages hidden inside of it. It was a strategic silence designed to let the film fade into obscurity. But why throw away millions of dollars? When you understand the message hidden in this film, you'll understand exactly why they turned on the project at the last minute. Under the Silver Lake essentially tells us that the entire entertainment industry is managed by a small secretive group. It reveals that this system is used to influence the public and keep.
What happened?
And make TikToks. So if an artist gets in trouble for something crazy, you'll see free such and such, free this person. So I don't know. And I think that's what they know, is that a lot of people are so knee deep in this idolizing of these people that they're not going to care what message it is.
Right.
You know, as long as they keep them entertained.
forming a script written in a boardroom, they wouldn't buy into the illusion. This is clearly one reason they didn't want this movie to be seen. It reveals the truth about the music industry, just like it does about Hollywood. In the movie, Sam discovers that the glamour we see on screen is a carefully constructed mirage designed to hide something much darker. It also explores the idea that Hollywood geography is built on secrets. Sam finds that famous landmarks in Los Angeles are actually markers for a hidden infrastructure. Take the Griffith Observatory. To the public, it's just a place to look at the stars. But Sam realizes it's a navigational marker for the elite, a literal signpost hidden in plain sight. What's interesting is that this movie uses an owl mascot to represent the secret group that controls the industry, the Owl's Kiss. This is a shadowy
That is Baal, Moloch.
figure in an owl mask who serves as a silent guardian of the industry secrets. In the movie, the owl represents the ones who see in the dark, a reminder that while the public is blinded by the lights, there is a system that sees everything.
Who is the Owl's Kiss? This article initiated by Vermont American called the origins of trade violence. It is the unlucky soul who finds itself the recipient of an Owl's Kiss.
She holding her nose.
The Owl's Kiss. You ever bill on you? Take a look. That's the sign of the Owl's Kiss right there on every dollar bill in this country. With every transaction manager calculated by her law. Any household that eats, lives, or trades under her eyes is subject to her jurisdiction. Our world is filled with codes, pacts, user agreements, subliminal messages.
Just like we saw in My Late Night with the Double Breakdown, in that film, the entertainment industry was also managed by a shadowy group represented by an owl. And like we all know, there just so happens to be a real life.
I honestly, I love owls. I do love owls. And when I found out that this is Moloch, I was devastated because I love owls. I don't worship them. But I was devastated because I do love owls. They are the most beautiful bird. The most beautiful bird. Saddens me that that's basically the mascot for these Baal worshippers, these Satan worshippers.
Organization that uses the same owl imagery for their logo. A group that, according to the New York...
And I always talk about, like, with Drake, the artist Drake, and his OVO, and he has the owl symbol. Yeah, man. It's I mean, I don't know how much more clear y'all need this to be.
Right.
My goodness, man. All these connections. Because I always say, why? If not, then why? Why is it like this? If it has no meaning to it. Why are they using this owl and stuff like that?
It has significant meaning.
Gotta mean something, right?
Post contains many of Hollywood's biggest celebrities. Recently, the New York Post released an alleged members list linked back to this mysterious organization. This movie is telling us that this is all connected, suggesting that the films we watch aren't just entertainment. They reveal more truth than you could possibly imagine.
I knew that.
They're just media.
I knew that the first time I realized, like, the stuff we're watching, the stuff that they're displaying in front of us and saying it's just a movie, it's not based on any reality. When the movie Hostel came out. When that movie Hostel came out, I knew that they don't just come up with this stuff out of the blue, out of nowhere, and create a movie about it. No, these are depicted on real life events. I truly believe that, and now I think that we all can believe that is the truth. That is absolutely the truth. That these movies are constructed out of truth and made to depict a false narrative, but it's not a false narrative. It's absolutely the truth, and it's right in front of our faces.
Media for the elite to maintain their status while the rest of us are distracted by the screen. This is likely the most dangerous part of the film. It doesn't just say that the industry is greedy. It says is an architect of our very perception of reality. If the public started looking at movies as tools of influence rather than just stories, the entire system would lose its power. And this is why this movie had to be kept in the dark. The mystery of Under the Silver Lake eventually leads Sam to the most guarded secret of all, the underground bunkers. By the end of the film, Sam discovers that the missing neighbor he's been searching for wasn't taken against her will. She went voluntarily.
All the symbolism.
She is hidden in an advanced underground facility with members of a secret society. They believe they're a part of a quiet ascension plan where they wait out a global transition in total luxury while the rest of the world is left behind. In the movie, these elite aren't just hiding from a disaster. They're convinced that they're transitioning into a new state of existence, effectively ascending like gods, while the public remains distracted by the entertainment they left behind. What makes this part of the movie so unsettling is how closely it mirrors our real world. In recent years, it has become public knowledge that some of the wealthiest tech moguls and industry leaders are building massive high-tech bunkers in remote locations like New Zealand or deep in the American wilderness. This movie suggests that all those powerful men are a part of a secret organization and are collectively working together to fulfill a hidden plan. We see headlines about survival condos and billionaire estates featuring underground complexes that can sustain life for years. While the official reason is given as preparedness, Under the Silver Lake suggests a much more intentional motive. It proposes that the elite aren't just prepared for a change, they're expecting it. And they use the entertainment industry.
They are expecting it because they are creating it. Okay? Let's get that straight. They are creating the destruction and the downfall of our society, of the American empire. It's all being instructed and created for their own monetary gain.
To keep us preoccupied while they finalize their exit strategy. If this movie was intended to be a warning about the widening gap between
Sounds about right. Maybe that's why this war in Iran is going on right now. Keep us preoccupied while they execute their exit plan. They execute their final plan of what they're going to do, how they're going to completely take over our society, our civilization, how they are going to keep us dumbed down as a society, how they are going to keep us consenting and complying with whatever they throw at us. And I say, no fucking way, over my dead body, will I ever comply or be complicit in this PDF file, satanic, child sacrificing, just completely disturbing reality of this ethereal plane that we are a part of. We absolutely are a part of, and we have to find a way out. We have to come together, work together to fight against this and find a way out for the betterment of our fellow human beings. When I watch this kind of stuff, it completely distorts my brain. It completely distorts my mind and reality as I perceive it to be. I know all this shit exists. I know it's all real. But when you just live in your little bubble at home with your dogs and you stay off the internet for a little while and you just tend to your own self and your own needs and your own life, things become really good and peaceful and nice. And then you come back online and it's just a complete shit show and constructed chaos everywhere. The chaos ensues completely everywhere, taking over every part of society. And it's so disturbing. And it's so, what's even the most disturbing thing about it is how many people don't see it yet. How many people do not fucking see it yet. They still worship these celebrities. They worship these YouTubers. They worship these politicians. They worship these presidents. They worship this. It's fucking demonic. It's so demonic. So disturbing. I'm so grateful I woke up to what's really being done. So grateful.
Informed elite and a distracted public, it's no wonder it was given a quiet release. It's one thing to suggest the industry is greedy. It's another thing entirely to show the exit door they've built for themselves while the rest of us are still watching the screen. The movie is essentially screaming at us, telling us these films are a distraction. Not just the movies, but the entire industry. The story behind this film reminds me so much of Eyes Wide Shut. I believe that just like they did with this movie, the industry tried to do the same to Stanley Kubrick's final masterpiece. Unlike Under the Silver Lake, those behind Eyes Wide Shut couldn't just suppress the release. Instead, the film was reportedly altered following the director's sudden passing. In fact, those close to the project suggest he was trying to expose what he knew, and many believe it cost him everything.
You are not going to cut my movie. I've got a contract that says you can't cut my stuff. When he showed Eyes Wide Shut to the Warner Brothers,
I really want to know what they cut out of that movie, because that movie is so exposing. Like, that movie is so completely disturbing and based in reality of what really is going on. I really wonder what they cut from that shit. Like, what could it possibly have been that they took out of that movie?
Stanley died 6 days later. Eyes Wide Shut was an expose of Stanley. Showed a different version of the film. They didn't like it. He really tried to expose the alcohol.
Eyes Wide Shut was a warning. And if you want to know exactly what it was warning you about, make sure to watch this video right now. For those who appreciate unfiltered content that the mainstream would never tell you, make sure to like this video and subscribe.
I love the truth is. I love the truth.
Always leave my like. Now look, I always like.
Okay, let's go over to the Truth Is channel. I'm going to end this live stream. It's getting way too long. I don't like to do too long because
This movie revealed so
time
much
is precious. Oh my god, I'm not even subscribed to his channel. No way. How am I not subscribed to his channel? I love The Truth Is. He's got so much good shit. I see it all the time. I thought I was, unless I was just all of a sudden unsubscribed, which could happen, happens all the time. This movie confirms everything. What's this about? Oh god. Let's see. 11 minutes. Let's watch it. Erica Kirk, just exposed yourself. How this content trapped billions forever. God, dude, there's so much shit. Like, it's just such a waste of time. A lot of the shit, but they're not this. The movie exposed what happens at elite parties. Yeah, where their food. What's this? Oh my god.
This movie told us exactly what happens at elite private parties, or more specifically, what they serve. In What You Wish For, a chef is offered hundreds of thousands of dollars to cook for just one night. The only catch is that his ultra-wealthy clients have an appetite for something usually kept off the menu: human. While a plot this dark seems like pure fiction, the reality is actually much stranger. From exclusive galas where the dessert is shaped like human bodies, to high society gatherings where tables are decorated with body parts, by the end of this video, you will see how this film exposes the elite's real-life obsession with these bizarre secretive gatherings. In What You Wish For, a chef named Ryan travels to Colombia to stay with his old friend Jack from culinary school. He quickly discovers that Jack is living in a stunning, luxurious high-end mansion. Curious about how his old classmate can afford such an incredible lavish lifestyle, Ryan questions Jack about his line of work. Jack reveals that he cooks for a highly secretive organization known only as the Agency. They organize exclusive dinner parties all over the globe, specifically catering to elite diners.
Yeah, the
They
Central
pay
Intelligence
astronomical amounts,
Agency
and we're the ones who provided the massive estate. A few days later, Ryan discovers Jack dangling on a rope, completely broken by the dark reality of his profession. Instead of calling the authorities and risking an investigation, Ryan makes the calculated decision to hide what happened and assume Jack's identity to secure the wealth for himself. The very next day, the agency shows up at the estate to prepare for the upcoming event. The organizer mistakes Ryan for Jack, fully believing he is the chef they hired. Ryan chooses to play along with the facade, hoping to walk away with the massive payout. He is promised $300,000 to cook for just one private dinner. But when he tells the agency he has not yet sourced the ingredients for the event, things quickly descend into absolute madness. Ryan finally figures out the horrifying truth about Jack's job, and it goes far beyond anything he could have imagined. Ryan is told that this is no regular dining experience. There is no chicken, pork, or beef on the menu. What he will be cooking is far more exclusive. He discovers that the agency offers its wealthy clients a cut of meat that isn't sold at markets. They crave human flesh, which he will have to source directly from the local population and prepare himself. After accompanying the agency to hunt for victims, they capture a local man who they terminate and bring back to be used as the main course. Once Ryan realizes the terrifying severity of the situation, he attempts a desperate escape, but he is stopped and given a final ultimatum. If he tries to run, he will immediately become the next ingredient. By the end of the movie, Ryan finds himself permanently trapped in his new position, forever forced to cook for the cannibal elite. On the surface, this is just another interesting thriller film that most people will simply watch and forget about. But when you dig just a little deeper, you start to realize this movie is exposing a very real and highly twisted reality. It is a documented fact that some of the wealthiest people on the planet are also some of the most bizarre individuals imaginable. On their desperate quest to further detach themselves from the working class and prove their absolute superiority, they constantly participate in activities the general public finds deeply disturbing. They have a psychological obsession with crossing boundaries that regular people would never even consider touching. While we have no evidence that these real-world elite gatherings serve anything illegal on their menu, we do know that they have absolutely no problem pretending to. A specific world-famous performance artist is heavily known for hosting incredibly strange and over-the-top gatherings.
Abramovich, she is disgustingly disturbing. Disgustingly disturbing. I don't think she's human. I really don't. How can anybody that is actually human consume another human? Well, I don't understand. Ugh, man, it's so fucking disturbing to me. So disturbing to me.
She organizes highly exclusive private dinner parties for some of the most powerful elites in both business and entertainment. At one of these infamous art gala events, she surprised her guests with the main dessert. It was a massive cake molded to look exactly like an ultra-realistic human body. The cake was meticulously sliced and passed around to the room, with some of the wealthy guests even eating directly off the lifelike figure. Even knowing this was technically just a sweet dessert, the underlying concept remains deeply disturbing to witness. Those who attended this high society dinner party were essentially simulating the horrific act of eating another person. By molding the cake in such a highly detailed way, the organizers created a dark environment where the guests could casually pretend to commit the act. The entire visual aesthetic of this entire event was incredibly disturbing. There are verified photographs of massive celebrities just hanging out, eating this cake, and having a great time as if this entire situation was completely normal. This perfectly mirrors the exact environment we just witnessed in the movie What You Wish For. The elite are more than willing to pay ridiculous amounts of money to participate in an exclusive and bizarre experience meant to further separate them from everyday people. In the movie, they achieve this by literally consuming the locals. In the real world, they commission ultra-realistic human cakes and pretend to do the exact same thing just for the thrill of the performance. This bizarre obsession with twisted gatherings goes back much further than modern performance art. Decades ago, one of the most notoriously wealthy European banking dynasties hosted a private event that perfectly mirrors the atmosphere of these movies. In 1972, this family held an infamous Surrealist ball at their massive French estate. The invitation itself was written backwards. Guests were forced to hold the card up to
the Rothschilds.
A mirror just to read the location. When the most wealthy and famous individuals arrived, they found the entire exterior of the mansion glowing in bright red light. The building was specifically designed to look like it was literally on fire. Inside, the guests were required to wear the most bizarre masks imaginable. People arrived with their faces covered by bird cages, animal heads, and multiple fake eyes. The verified photographs from this highly exclusive night looked like scenes pulled directly out of a psychological horror film. The dining tables were decorated with broken dolls and taxidermy animals. The elite attendees viewed this entire terrifying spectacle as the peak of high society entertainment. Just like the secretive clients in What You Wish For, these individuals use their extreme wealth to create an isolated environment where the normal rules of society completely vanish. The wealthy characters in the film hide behind closed doors to consume an unthinkable menu. The most powerful financial dynasties in reality wear literal masks and surround themselves with deeply disturbing imagery under the guise of high art. Both scenarios expose a group of people desperate to prove they operate on a completely different level than the rest of humanity. What is interesting is that this isn't the only movie that pushes this message. In the movie Fresh, we see a very similar concept, but instead of a chef whipping up human for an elite dinner party, this movie follows a butcher who vets women to sell their meat to wealthy buyers. In Fresh, a man named Brendan goes around befriending women. After a few dates, he invites them on a vacation getaway. But when they meet up with him, they're never seen again. Brendan traps them in a highly secure, hidden facility. Little by little, he surgically removes pieces of them, which he then packages and mails out to his wealthy elite buyers. When you put Fresh and What You Wish For side by side, you immediately realize the system operating in the background is exactly the same. Brendan is running a highly organized, heavily funded subscription service exclusively for the 1%. His wealthy clients receive specialized newsletters describing the victims in detail. They treat human beings exactly like items in a high-end luxury catalog, paying a massive premium for specific traits. Both films expose the exact same terrifying infrastructure. The true villain is the invisible network of elite buyers funding the entire operation. These clients never actually get their hands dirty. They use their massive fortunes to pay someone else to do the dirty work. They simply sit back in their massive estates and wait for the final product to arrive, completely insulated from the consequences. Whether it is a secretive agency organizing a private dinner or Brendan mailing out exclusive packages, the cinematic message remains perfectly consistent. Hollywood is showing us a system where the highest levels of society view everyday people as nothing more than a resource to be consumed. At one point in the film, the main character, Noah, finally wakes up inside of Brendan's facility. She quickly realizes she is trapped in a holding cell of sorts. She eventually discovers she isn't the only one. She begins communicating through the walls with other women being held. They explain the reality of their situation. Brendan intentionally keeps his captives alive for as long as possible to ensure the product remains perfectly fresh for his buyers. Noah eventually gets a clear glimpse into how Brendan manages this entire system. She witnesses the branding packaging, the vacuum sealing, and the shipping labels. The sheer normalcy of how he packages the product and ships it off to wealthy buyers makes the system absolutely terrifying. He treats the entire process like a regular online store. This perfectly illustrates how the elite view the working class as nothing more than a highly desirable product. The concept of treating human beings as a literal supply chain for the wealthy mirrors reality perfectly. We do not have to look very far into recent history to find an exact real-world equivalent to Brendan's business model. A highly publicized and convicted financier ran a massive, deeply funded operation entirely dedicated to sourcing vulnerable individuals for the global elite. Just like the subscription service shown in the film, this real-world operation functioned exactly like a VIP catalog. This individual kept detailed ledgers which contained the direct contact information of the most powerful politicians, royalty, and business leaders on the planet. He employed specialized recruiters whose entire job was to go out, gain the trust of specific targets, and pull them into a highly secure private network. Once trapped, these individuals were transported around the globe on private jets to massive private estates to serve these elite clients. The core system was identical to the operation we see in Fresh. The incredibly wealthy clients never did the recruiting or trapping themselves. They simply funded the operation, showed up to the private estate, and their requested product was waiting for them. The film uses the extreme metaphor of a butcher to reveal a very real truth. The highest levels of society have always funded invisible networks to commodify the vulnerable.
Fucking unbelievable, satanic, disgusting.
The documents I'm about to show you will blow your mind, and nobody in the mainstream media is talking about them. These documents are so crazy that it completely changed the way that I view Epstein.
Keeping up with these files, man, really. This guy, the conspiracy files, he is awesome. He breaks them all down. He reads them all, and like, because I don't have the stomach for it. I really don't. I started to go through them and read them myself. I couldn't. I just couldn't. It absolutely is such a disgraceful fucking planet we live on that, like, literally what they're doing right underneath our fucking noses constantly, profiting off from other humans.
Story, and let me tell you, when you see what I'm about to show you, you're going to absolutely lose your mind. Here's our first document of the day. As you can see, there is a ton of information here. We see Jeffrey Epstein's email, the word Epstein, and the word I'm. Down here on this explosive document, we also see Jeffrey Epstein's email 3 times, and then again, his email. I mean, can you believe that they actually released this? This is hard to, I mean, I can't, I was just shocked when I saw this because there's just so much information in this document. I mean, just look at it. This is a treasure trove of information relating to Epstein. I picked out a couple other documents that are absolutely crazy too. Let's take a look. This document, when I was finished reading through this document, I was absolutely mind blown with the information that we learned. I mean, look at this. This is, let's just keep on scrolling. This is the grand jury from New York. This is 119 pages of absolute bombshell allegations and information. I can't believe the information found on these pages. I mean, the FBI and the DOJ were so transparent when they released this stuff. I mean, it's crazy. And you think that's it? Nope, I've got some more. Check this one out. Here's a file.
The most
AKA
transparent, the most transparent administration ever. But we have to remember, like, this goes back 4 administrations. This is not the only one who is completely complicit in this cover-up. They actually have been more transparent than any other administration, but they were forced to do so. Like, it was forced upon them. It's not something that he ever wanted to do. And why not? Oh, I believe because whose name is mentioned more than any other name in those files? Yeah.
sister of blank from Yonkers, New York. Got some information here about calling this person, past in a vehicle accident, I guess, something, Yonkers, New York. Here's some information about this subject, and boom, absolute craziness when you read this stuff. I mean, holy shit. Can you believe what you're looking at right here? There's so many of these documents. I mean, my God, look at this one. This is a different EFDA number down here.
I thought
look
he actually
all
had
of this
like
information.
something actually
Holy
to show, but he's
shit.
just being sarcastic.
This is 100 pages of
redacted
absolute truth and transparency. It's just, to me, reading through this, I was like,
wow.
Here again, we've got another one of these folders that told us so much before. Gray Nissan, that's suspicious. AKA 197 or 1917, 14. Those numbers got to mean something. Look at this document. Oh my God, this is craziness to see. Again, 19 pages of pure bombshell allegations. We've also got documents like this. This is I believe, a lawsuit against Jeffrey Epstein where they're talking about this defendant where they've worked. And right here, this is a bombshell. List separately the names, addresses, and phone numbers of all males, excluding Mr. Epstein, with whom you have had activity since age 10 up through your current age. 10 years old. We need to know these people's names. Describe the nature of activity, the dates, whether you received money or other consideration. These are the Epstein Johns. This would be the Epstein list right here. And I mean, you can see right here, they listed A, B, C, D, E, F. I mean, the transparency of revealing these perpetrators is crazy. And even down here in the same document, list separately the names, addresses, and phone numbers of all males, excluding your...
What is actually in these files, the redacted stuff. Like, the unredacted stuff alone was absolutely traumatizing. I'll never be the same since I saw those. Absolutely traumatized me to the core of my soul. But could you imagine actually seeing what the redacted stuff said? Oh, I don't know if I could handle it. I really don't know if I could handle it.
Claims against Mr. Epstein, whom you have claimed formally or informally committed assault or battery on you since age through your current age. And then describe what happened.
These poor
Answer,
kids,
there are
man.
the people that committed these crimes against this victim witness. Couldn't believe that when I was reading that. Like, wow. You even got this document, which is awesome. The web of Epstein. You can see listed out Epstein's employees, his girlfriend/employee, his girlfriend, unknown if she was directly responsible for recruiting girls, but at least 10 girls state she's the direct point of contact for scheduling massage appointments. This person admits during a proffer she was trained by blank to schedule Florida and New York massage appointments for Epstein. Multiple victims state that blank was the main point of phone contact for the New York massage appointments. This person rumored to be Epstein's slave. Victims often describe someone fitting her description being involved in the abuse during the massages. And this one up here was said to have been one of Epstein's New York City secretaries and responsible for arranging massage appointments. Look at that. We can clearly see who these people are and what they were alleged to have done with Epstein. And down here, I mean, my God, this document is crazy. Look at all these different women that were allegedly, I don't know, they could be employees, they could be survivors and victims, they could be victims. We don't know. But just the fact that they released this was so ballsy on the part of the DOJ and the FBI, and I cannot commend them enough from the bottom of my heart for giving us such hardcore information, such revealing information that could help us.
Must be being sarcastic. I can hear it in his voice. Oh, this shit is fucking disturbing. This shit is absolutely fucking disturbing. Last time I tried to play this video, my computer.
Are you aware of any files that were on Anthony Weiner's laptop in a folder that was titled insurance, life insurance, with a zip file titled frazzled?
Chairman's ruling. Is this within the scope? Is this within the scope, Mr. Chair?
On top of that, there's the Anthony Weiner laptop, which I don't know if you heard this. I wrote an article about that too.
Hillary Clinton is one of the most evil lizard people.
675,000 Clinton emails when they got Anthony Weiner's laptop in a search warrant because of all his sex perversion issues. It was all the Clinton emails, the Clinton Foundation, her Secretary of State emails, Huma Abedin's emails, because they were the BlackBerry backup emails that they were supposedly just looking for everywhere very diligently. Well, guess what they did when they found them on the Weiner laptop? They got a search warrant for things that didn't include the BlackBerry backup emails. So when they told us, when he stood there and said that day, oh, you know, we've reviewed all the emails now, there's nothing there, that was a bald-faced lie. There's a lot that can be prosecuted.
All they're doing is fucking lying to us. It's all these evil, demonic people. Whatever. They're not even people. I don't think they're humans. If you can consume another human, you are no longer a human being. You are inhuman. You are inhuman. You're a subhuman. You literally are the worst of the worst of the worst. Someone to actually consume another human being or hurt another human being, hurt another living, breathing creature. I wish I could literally get justice for these people with my own two hands. I really wish I could. So I would gladly. Nobody else is doing anything about it. It's fucking unbelievable. All it's doing is creating more monsters. All it's doing is creating more victims.
Doubt on that laptop. In fact, I heard that the New York police officers who saw some of it, even though they're hardened investigators, literally had to go throw up.
If you told me at any point over the last 10 years that Hillary Clinton would end up in front of the federal government being questioned about Pizzagate and Frazzle Drip, I would have called you crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, it's 2026, and that is exactly what's happening. How's it going, everyone? Welcome or welcome back. My name is Chase. If you clicked on this video, you already know what we're here to talk about, but I hope you stick around.
So disturbing, dude, beyond belief. Like, I don't know. I believe that the video exists. I believe it. Where Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin or whatever, Anthony Weiner's wife, S.A., a female child victim, and then cut her face off and wear it as a mask. Like, how we riot in the streets over so much less. We riot in the streets as a fucking collective consciousness of people who just want justice. We riot in the streets over a man whose life ends tragically by his own, whatever he put in his body. And, whether or not that police officer was in the right or in the wrong, which I believe he was in the wrong for what he was doing, but I don't believe he should be in prison for it. I don't. Because of that man, he was a criminal. And because of what he did prior to what happened with that police officer, he's a criminal. But we riot in the streets over that for months and months and months. Destroyed cities over his death. Absolutely destroyed states and cities over it. But then children are being raped. Children are being abused. Children are being sacrificed. Children and animals are being consumed. And what are we doing about it? What the fuck are we doing about it? Makes me so mad. I'm not doing anything about it. I know I'm not. I'm using my voice to speak for the ones who can't. But what are we actually doing about it as a whole? Like, as a whole society, what are we fucking doing about it? Nothing. Nobody's being held accountable. Nobody is facing any type of punishment for it. And more children, unfortunately, are being raped and fucking consumed, sacrificed. It's unfucking real. It's unreal. It's a disgrace. I'm embarrassed as a human of this society. I am disgraced. Like, I am absolutely disgusted that we're not doing anything about it. We live in fear. They keep us enslaved in this system where we just live in fear. We are slaves to the system. They profit off from us. That's it. That's how it is. We live in fear that if we actually stand up and try to do anything about it, that we will be taken out, which is true. But one person can't make a change. But together as a huge community of people that just want justice and just want truth and just want good over evil, who just want the truth over the lies, we can do something. We can make a huge difference. We can make a huge difference. And I know it's kind of cheesy, but I live by this quote. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in this world. Be that person. It might not always come easy, but you know what? If we just treat other people like they are equal to us, like we are just equal. We're equal humans. We're equal. We all deserve the same treatment. We all deserve the same. We're equal. We can overcome this evil. We really can overcome this evil that has completely corrupted society, completely corrupted our fucking society, and it's completely taking us down. It is distorting our reality. It is completely constructing this chaos so deep that it literally has such a fucking grasp on all of us, all of our attention, all of our energy. Charlie Kirk. Everyone, that's all they care about. Charlie Kirk. If we can't get justice for children being fucking raped, what makes you think we're going to be able to get justice for the person that actually killed Charlie Kirk? Come on, people. And who to say Charlie's even real? We literally live in a fucking matrix where shit is fucking presented to us to be something it's actually not, to distort our reality, to cause confusion, and then to cause chaos. I pray for our society, really. I pray for our society every single day. And I'll continue to. Pray that we overcome this. We have to overcome this, or we will cease to exist if we cannot overcome this evil that has completely encapsulated every part of our fucking society and is destructing it. One little subsection by subsection, completely consuming us, fucking destructing us. We have to do something. We have to overcome this. We have to. There's no other choice. It is going to be an end to our civilization if we don't do something together as a collective, consciously and lovingly, for the betterment of tomorrow, for the betterment of our children, for the betterment of our future. We have to do something. We have to. So fucking disturbing, man. Nothing disturbs me more. I'm not going to play this. I'm going to end this. Live stream. I see someone is still watching, and I appreciate you being here, spending time with me. I really do. Everybody matters. Everybody's opinion matters. Everybody's voice needs to be heard. Before they take it away, use it. Use it before it's too late. Use your voice to speak for the ones who can't, because that's all that matters. Really, it's all that matters. I love you, my fellow humans. I do. I love you. I just want better for everybody, every single one of us. I want us to all be equal. I want us to all have what we need to survive this fucking planet, this hell on earth. And anything I'm able to accumulate in my lifetime and accumulate an abundance of, I am more than willing to share it, more than fucking willing to share it, whether it's knowledge, whether it's money, whether it's anything. If I have an abundance of it, I will more than gladly share it with my fucking fellow humans. I'm going to be the change I want to see in this world. I'm going to live by that. And I do not consent. I do not consent to being used as a slave to monetize off from and be exploited. I do not consent. I do not consent. Oh, man. I'm going to end this. I'm going to go take care of my dogs. So sad.